muted? It says we're muted. Chat was like we're muted. Oh, we're not muted. Oh, okay. Are you being mean? Okay. All right. Anyway, hi. All right, we're back. It's been 2 weeks in a row, which is an eternity by D&D standards. And I'm glad to have everybody back. Thank you so much for coming back, chat. Appreciate y'all. Thank you for watching. We are gonna have a great time. A lot happened last time, but first, we have to do a fantastic icebreaker question, which we always do every week. We ask our players something about their characters that tells us a little more about their characters, but not too much. Okay, you don't want to give away the whole story, right? Not too much. Are we quiet? I don't know. Chat, how's the audio? Communicates to engineer Nate.
Yes.
Fix it!
Fix it! Fix it! Fix it! Fix it! Fix it!
I thought so. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So the question today is, what fast food combo meal is your character?
Oh, that's a good one, actually.
What fast food combo meal is your character?
How long did it take you to cook that up?
Dude.
I literally was ordering food. And I was like, you know what?
God.
Let's do. This seems like a wall meal. Let's.
Like a wall meal.
This seems like something Zeph would get. Okay,
Happy
all right.
wall meal.
We will start in reverse order this time. We'll go with Leju. Phoenix.
Oh my God.
What is Phoenix's fast food combo meal? It can be, you can make up a fantasy place, or you can go from any of our terrestrial normie land fast food places.
We'll go with some. Everyone like makes stuff out. I'm gonna go with some Normie Land stuff.
Okay.
Let's see. I'm thinking it's not gonna be a combo, guys. It's gonna be probably actually. We'll make it a combo. It'll be. Vanilla milkshake, medium.
Okay. Good start.
And the dish itself is gonna be funnel cake poutine.
Ooh, that's funky. I like that. I like that. Funnel cake poutine. So is that like a savory funnel cake?
No, it's like a deep fried funnel cake in the shape of fries, with a funnel cake as the quote unquote. What is it like?
Okay, as the
cheese
carb,
curds?
like the cheese
Yeah,
curds.
cheese curds, and then
Oh, okay. That is the cheese curd.
some strawberry jam. As
That
the
does sound pretty nice.
gravy, quote unquote.
Oh man, actually, yeah, that sounds really good. Okay, funnel cake. All right,
Good
sweet.
night.
What an off-the-wall choice.
It's
Okay,
it's because it looks kind of suspect and is definitely bad for you.
write that down. Write that down, guys. Write that down. He's giving away
I'm looking
information. Okay, so fantastic. Funnel cake, poutine. So next we have we're going up the list. So Sunder. What is Sunder, Juzo? What is Sunder's favorite or the simile? What are the favorite fast food combo meals, or just a meal that you would get from a fast food place?
I'm not gonna be original. I'm just gonna pick something from a restaurant. But I think Sunder would probably be the sriracha curly fry burger from Jack in the Box.
Ooh.
It looks intimidating when you look at it, and it's really fucking spicy, but it's really fucking good.
This is the stuff that fan artists have to draw, is you as a burger.
I am a hamburger now. Someone whip it up right the fuck now. Someone get to
Whip
it.
it up. Me want to order Jack in the Box at a stupid
I
hour.
haven't had Jack in the Box in months.
Stupid hour.
God.
Dude, I used to eat Jack in the Box for breakfast for like every other day.
Are you serious?
It was so cheap to order.
Yeah,
It was.
It
I
is.
order
It's
Jack
still
in the
so cheap,
Boxes
too.
at like 1 a.m. when I'm rotting on my couch.
There you go.
I'm baked out of my
kind of
mind
person.
eating the burger.
All
from
right.
Jack in the Box.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay, so in that same vein, Argentum, Hayden, what is Argentum's fast food meal of choice? You are rotting on the couch after you've been writing all day.
Same. Felt.
Man, it's so funny that you said the funnel cake poutine,
Yeah.
Leju, because my immediate thought was A&W poutine with like A&W root beer.
Put normal poutine.
But like normal poutine, because A&W poutine it's not amazing, but it hits the right notes when I want fast food poutine.
No, fast food isn't supposed to be amazing. It's supposed to
No.
be mid on purpose.
It's like
I want-
greasy
Yes, I
and
agree.
gross and
Yeah,
It's
with
so
maybe
good.
a side of like the A&W like chicken strips. 'Cause
Oh boy.
those
With the
slap.
chicken strips.
With the chicken
strips.
I wish I had that on my phone.
Wow, we're the worst.
Okay, fantastic. That sounds delicious, and I'm sure that would
I want
definitely
that
sate
now.
you after a long day of writing. You have the power. So next, moving up is Grizz. All right, what would Ray get? Fast food, go to.
Ah, damn it. Look, this might
You
be
had all the
controversial,
time to
okay?
think.
Okay, okay.
But I think it's got to be Chick-fil-A. Okay, they're both religious. They make bad choices. And I think the meal.
That's amazing.
I think the meal would be like the grilled nuggets and a fruit cup.
And the fruit
Aw.
cup.
Fruit cup.
My low calorie boy.
Yeah,
I love
for real.
them so much. Oh my
You're eating
High
from the
god.
baby
protein,
aisle.
low
What is
carb
this?
diet.
Oh my.
Yep.
Oh, he's like a little.
This
he's
is the
got
fu-
the- Would Ray sit in the
Gotta
car
stay lean.
seat?
Would he sit in the
Great-
car
This is
seat?
crazy.
Yeah, when he's in
I
the car
mean,
seat, would he be
If
that?
it's comfortable, yeah, you definitely fit.
Idiot. Whenever I see a kid in a car seat, I'm like, damn, that looks embarrassing. But I bet
What do you
are
mean? Like,
comfy.
oh my
I
god.
bet you are comfy. 100%. Good choice. I want to see these like next to each other. All right, Ben. What's the Walls meal o' choice?
Large Baconator meal from Wendy's.
Yeah.
Yes.
Of course.
Go.
Yes.
It's big. It's meaty. It's
Yeah.
simple. But also with an icy on the side, like a
Nice.
vanilla
There you
or a
go.
frosty.
Of course.
Oh, frosty. Yeah.
Like a vanilla frosty next to it, because it's simple but sweet.
If you're not dipping
guys,
fries in
Just
that
like 'em.
Frosty, I don't know, man.
Oh yeah. A little bit of
You
mix and
have
match
to
with the
dip-
fries and the
You
frosty.
have to dip your fries
Exactly.
in the frosty.
The dreamsicle frosty they have is fucking fire.
Never.
What
I've
is that?
been
What
I've
is
been
it?
eyeing it.
Creamsicle
It's-
frosty.
Yeah, they got this like orange dreamsicle frosty now
Interesting.
that is real good.
I like to put
roommate
mayo
had it,
on
and I'm
my
like, that looks
fries.
good.
Oh, based.
Acceptable. Acceptable. All
That's
sauces are good
crazy.
on fries.
Excellent.
It's a vehicle.
Excellent.
I put both on
Excellent.
The fries are a vehicle.
It's
the
true
fries
though.
are a vehicle for the sauce. Correct.
Usually fries
much
are vehicles
like
for the salt.
the carriage was a vehicle to get you guys deep into the forest. Ooh, segue.
Whoa.
Wow.
Incorporation.
That's segue crazy.
But yeah, when last we met, last week, we had a bit of a conundrum back at the White's Rest, where the Wall and Ray came back from the kitchen of the White's Rest in the tavern to come out and say hi to everybody, and they brought a bit of a scene with them.
Oh, true.
They had murdered a man. Well, interrogated a man who then died. Let's be clear. And left him in the root cellar of the kitchen in the deep recesses of the massive labyrinthine White's Rest, thinking that the size of the place would just kind of cover everything up. But people go down there and get veggies every now and again. So yeah, they totally saw this dead body. That said, they swiftly realized that they're not completely inept. They may be simple folk, but they swiftly realized that you guys may have had something to do with it. And things were the pot was beginning to be stirred, and it was. You guys probably should have. You made a quick egress. You made it so that you guys got out of the White's Rest fairly quickly, fairly stealthily. As a matter of fact, some of the best rolls of the night were to not be seen on the way out of the White's Rest. And once you got out, what happened? Who wants to take it from here?
Oh boy, we hitched a ride with our goblin friend for a favor, of which the favor was later repaid when we, instead of killing the goblins, we decided to parlay with the goblins, and they're like, "Please help us kill stupid lizard." And then we're like, I guess.
Yeah.
And then we killed the stupid lizard.
Yep.
The
stupid lizard is dead.
Yeah.
It was a boulet. It was a like a burrowing tank of a kind of almost like a turtle, but like always in its shell.
Land shark.
It was very land sharky, which was a fine battle. Does anybody want to tell about some cool shit they did during the fight?
I did like
You got
30.
bit.
Like Wall did 34 damage to it.
Wall
in
did a
one turn.
ridiculous amount of damage. Over half the thing's HP.
While
in one
mounting
turn.
a giant bug, if I
That's
may
true.
add.
Wall
That was
also
pretty
got a
rad.
mount,
Ooh.
a temp mount for all we know.
Let's go.
The Onkeg known as Goremaker, the massive insectoid, almost mantis-like, beetle-esque. It's just a weird, gross insect thing. We can throw up a picture that we have. I think we have somewhere. Nate has a picture of what the canonical Onkeg looks like, but they come in a variety of colors and shapes.
It was the moment where everybody realized, oh, when Wall's on foot, he's actually nerfed.
Yeah,
When he's
better on a
when he's
thing.
mounted, he's at full power.
Yeah, exactly. And it's great. The Onkeg himself, Goremaker, did get injured in the fight, so he requires a little bit of nursing and probably to go back for a bit.
Yeah.
But then what happened?
I cracked the shell of a boulet with just my fists.
Two punches. It took him 2 punches to crack this boulet's skull. It was insane. He did miss very extravagantly on the first one, but the next 2 connected pretty hard. Sunder did a good job.
When I'm on my dying breath, I just become more powerful.
Yeah, he's got
clearly.
that low
You
health
just have
buff.
to have 2 HP in order to kick.
2 HP
Literally
in a
stepped up
dream,
with 2
baby.
HP in a dream.
Wall is nerfed on foot. Sunder is nerfed when
Full
alive.
HP.
When
When
healthy,
Sunder
I'm
has
alive,
HP.
I'm nerfed.
When does an
My
HP
life
pool
is
is a
my
nerf?
Oh man, accidentally a barbarian. Okay. Once the boulet was dealt with, a few of the goblins went over and dismantled the creature for its parts, etc. And then you guys kind of relaxed for a little bit. The immediate threat was dealt with. Even according to the goblins, the immediate threat was dealt with. That was the only thing that they were really worried about in the area. This creature that's been
Kinda
patrolling
crazy.
for weeks on end, and you guys dealt with it in probably less than a minute, and quite successfully. Rather
true.
impressive to the goblins. So, in return, they have let you guys shack up with them, and after a little bit, they were contacted by an entity, an apparition, a creature, spirit known as the Threadfather, who has been bestowing these goblins, as you saw. Big Tooth had something strange. He was able to cast some magic that they normally wouldn't be able to cast during the fight, and apparently, judging from what they have told you, that magic had come as a gift from the Thread model, or the Thread model. Sorry, the Threadfather, and it's still a lot of weird intrigue there. You're not exactly sure what has been going on, but you guys have found some peace.
Yeah.
Ray actually meditated for a little bit and was contacted by something through the book that only he has been able to read so far. And it has been speaking to him. It spoke to him in very eloquent, poetic verse, but there was a lot of information that was gleaned from that. And then, we have this fantastically tall waterfall, a couple 100 feet high, as it cascades water over the edge of one of the many landings that make up the side of the mountain that is the spine of Lolth. Crashes and hits the rocks below, creating a nice slick area in front of the cave, the mouth of the cave where you guys are. The goblins, Shinebringer, Bilib, Big Tooth, and Rockback have taken you back into their recessed cave that is behind this waterfall to spend the night, to recoup. There's, as we said last time, there's a broken down carriage in the back that Glib has kind of taken up residence in. Shinebringer and Big Tooth are sitting around a fairly good-sized fire for a goblin, whose smoke is being swept up into the mountain elsewhere through some draft hole in the ceiling of the wall or of the cave itself. I mean, this cave is pretty immense. It's about 50 feet, almost 100 feet tall. And there is also these spoils from what you learned to be goblin raids, which you came to deal with, actually, to Downwater. But there have been some moral predicaments that you guys have had to vault over. I mean, in order to get what you need, or some of these quests that you have been given from the market district, it could be easy enough to just grab the stuff, but no, you've made friends, and that takes precedent.
Lucky.
So now we're beginning to embrace the evening, if not the night. The sun has set about an hour ago, so it's pretty dark. The sky and stars are able to be seen. Little spots of white light between the twiggy rush of trees that have lost their leaves in the late fall. The wind is cold, and the smell of campfire and strange meat being cooked, and the water being clouded up and misted up from the lagoon, which you guys are behind. Sounds of wildlife, nature. It's peaceful. It's relaxing. It's something you guys probably need, because a few of you took a beating in that fight. Shinebringer tried his best to heal as much as he could, but he himself even needs to rest now, exhausted. But yeah, what would you guys like to do? I'm going to give you guys about another 30 or so in-game minutes to talk to each other and figure stuff out before you go to bed, because we already have watch taken care of. So we'll
only thing that I had planned before that I want to do is when everyone goes to sleep.
Okay.
So otherwise, I think I'll just barely finish that book and still be off somewhere alone.
Okay, cool. There's a lot of places to be alone here. You guys have dealt with the only antagonistic creature around, at least in the immediate area. So there is an entire ruined settlement to finish picking around if you would like to spend time looking at that. You can go out further and scout, because just outside the edge of the forest are vast plains. So if you would like to go and look around, you can do that as well. But keep in mind, it is dark, very dark outside, so probably won't be able to see too much. Maybe lights on the horizon or something like that, but that's about it.
Well, I'm not going anywhere. It's always
All
dark.
right, yeah. Where you going? Always dark.
Okay. I mean, I have nothing else planned, so I'm good to just hit it.
All right, sounds good.
Yeah, nothing crazy planned for the watch. Argentum is just looking around them and then taking notes. And
I'm not first watch anyway.
yeah, we're on the second
Beautiful.
watch.
Okay.
That there was a place in like the ruins area that did you just say that was unexplored? Was it?
Well, you guys rolled like a 10 investigation last time, so it wasn't a very. You guys didn't find everything that was there.
Yeah.
If you would like to spend, time into the night over there, you can.
I'm on first watch. Do I remember if the like treasure and stuff is still over there?
Well, I mean,
Like
you'd
the
have to do an
Goblins Horde.
investigation check. Oh, the Goblins Horde?
Yeah.
They dragged about half of it back. There is stuff still out there, but it's things that would be okay if it got stolen or destroyed or lost. Things like things that goblins don't really care about. Things that aren't really things that are like paper and books and trade materials and things like that.
Yeah.
Tools.
Where exactly did they drag it back?
It is in the cave, back behind the campfire's in the middle of this cave. Think of it as like a giant, like I want to say, 25-foot in diameter circle that goes up into about a 50-foot high cylinder. So in the center is this campfire, and then at the back, 25 feet, is the carriage, and then right in front of that is everything that they have gotten.
Do I get the feeling that the goblins will fall asleep?
Oh yeah, they're exhausted. They have been very quiet. They have been very what's the word? I want to say lazy, but like they've been very sluggish. You know.
Okay.
It's been a day. It's been a day for everybody.
All right. Questions over.
Sure. All right, is everybody good? We're gonna go to bed.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Right as everybody is starting to get situated, the watch is being taken by who said they were doing first watch?
It is I and Wall.
Zephyr, yeah.
Wall and Zeph. Okay, so you two meet together at the front of the cave. Everybody else seems to kind of retreat back into the warmth of the campfire. It's quite frigid again. Again, the water coming down is almost freezing. It's late fall, almost early winter. It's kind of chilly, so you're gonna be bundling up into by the campfire. Argentum, Phoenix, Sunder, you guys find your own little cozy holes with the company of the goblins, while Wall and Ray take first watch. You guys are free to do what you will for the first few hours. I will have you influence some of the stuff. I will have you both make perception checks.
Okie dokie.
Or
Good
one
luck.
with advantage.
You're good at these,
depending on
right?
What you would like to do.
I think it automatically rolled with
Oh.
advantage. Sorry.
Take the
Is
first.
the first one the one it rolls, or is it the second one?
Sure, yeah, the first one.
Okay, I just got 14.
And Ben, okay. All right, between the two of you guys, you don't see anything. You hear owls, and every 30 or 45 minutes you hear a pack of wolves howl pretty aggressively. They don't seem close. They seem pretty far north, way away from it, Bronca, away from everything, just deeper into the forest. But you do hear. Normally, you've been hearing like very, very light traffic from about a mile away. You can hear people shouting because they're still on the road, right? You can hear people shouting. You can hear people passing by each other on carriages and stuff like that. But in the middle of the night, you hear horse hooves that are a little closer than what you've been used to hearing. But you don't see anything.
Do they pass like the horse hooves, or do they like stop nearby?
It's very difficult to tell. They come up and then they fade away, and you can't quite pinpoint where directionally they are, but they fade in and fade out because it's hard to see anything. It's so dark you can't you can't get a whole lot of vision. Obviously, you've been hearing these, right? You're probably with the 14. You're the one to hear it initially. You're the first one to bring it up to Wall.
Is would I know? Hey Ben, would I know? Is Wall talkable? Can I talk to him without disturbing the meditation?
Oh yeah, he's done with his meditation. He's
okay, great.
He's just hanging out with you. He's just absent-mindedly staring out into the distance.
Okay, cool. Then I say, once we hear that at first, what do you think? Is it worth checking out? The hooves?
Checking what out?
You don't hear the horses.
Perhaps. I do not see why there would be cause that we would be followed. Yes, like when we left the inn, it did not seem that we were followed, right?
Can I roll to remember if we were followed or not?
Yeah, sure thing. Roll a history check.
A 6.
6. You weren't followed.
I trust your judgment.
I mean, if it would give you pause, we could still go and check. How far do you think it was?
It's difficult to discern. I think if they came closer, then we could be more on guard. But for now, maybe it's just travelers in the night, or more goblins making the rounds. I do remember we are on the path of the merchants. Is that correct?
You are within striking distance of the highway.
So, it very well could be the different caravans and, you know.
Perhaps it would be best if we simply let it be for now, but keep a closer watch.
Sure.
While is with that being said, he will sit back a little bit and sigh and say,
This journey has been very interesting so far.
I realize it is a much longer job than I hired you on for.
No, it is all right, Zephrel. I know that the promise of the money is a very strong motivator, but this is the first time I have gotten confirmation that there are others that have seen that same thing I saw in my dream. That the rule of blades, it is real.
When was the first time that you saw that dream?
It must have been when I was still very young. Maybe it was before I got my name, so I must have been maybe 8, 7 years old.
And the sword you carry? The one that may be tied to Lolt's sister, Elistray? Has it talked to you? In a while?
I feel like it has, in a way.
and like he'll bring out the sheath sword and just hold it in his hands.
As you unsheath it, you notice that it does at a base in the dark, it does shed a very, very dull, dim light. But as you take it out and present it, the light begins to fade.
I do not know. Something about the way that this sword was given to me. I feel like it has some sort of significance, you know?
I do.
And I have never been one to really put much purchase into what the gods do, but this time I do not know. It feels different.
It does feel like the gods are the ones that give us purpose, whether we ask for it or not. Say, Wall, every day I obviously trust you with my life, and I am keeping track of the gold that I owe you at the end of this journey. It's, closer to probably 500 gold now.
Yes.
But is that enough? Do you also trust me, Wall?
Of course, Zephrel. Why would I not? I trust all of you. There is no reason for you to act duplicitly.
The goddess Loth and our sister Elistray don't get along, if I remember correctly.
So you are saying that this blade that I have, it goes against your god's nature, yes?
couldn't assume what its purpose will be. I just hope it doesn't. It's not ever turned on me.
And he slaps down a hand on Ray's shoulder and is,
my friend, this is what I am saying about the gods not having too much purchase in what the gods have for us. Even if they have grander designs or any sort of big, I don't know, destiny or fate, I would never turn my blade on you.
That does mean a lot.
Of course, I would be very bad bodyguard if I did.
True. Then no matter what the gods do, let's stay on the same side.
Oh, I could not agree more. But I do wonder if I do hope that all of these things that happen to us, they do not change us in ways we cannot foresee. That is, it is a kind of, how do you say, a concern that I have.
How so?
I do not know. It is, call it a bad feeling somehow.
Is there anyone that we travel with you're specifically worried about? Are you worried for yourself in this sword?
I have been told by my kindred back in the river that I am often easily misled. And it is one of those things that it is like I do not know that I am being misled until I am told that I am being misled. So there is always the mild concern that perhaps it is happening now, that this whole thing with the rule of blades is misleading me. But I do not know. I feel like there is more to it, and that I am simply, how you say this, being paranoid about it.
I understand your concern.
And that is why I will ask you, Zephrel, for a favor as we are completing this task given to us.
Sure.
And he'll look at you with as much seriousness as his one open eye can give you.
If you see that I am straying from the path that I walk, or I am becoming someone different, please do your best to drag me back, even if I am kicking and screaming.
Will do. That is the advantage of being blind, or at least one of them. You get very adept at seeing through deceit. Figuratively, I mean, I still can't see it.
And this is why this arrangement works so well. I will keep you safe, and you will keep me from straying off my path. It is easy.
Speaking of straying off the path, would you mind holding it down here as I sort of inspect on the interior of this, where everyone sleeps?
But of course, taking a look at the barracks is very important for the safety of a squadron.
You never know what is in the shadows.
Oh, of course, yes. I will keep an earnest watch.
With that, I would like to feel my way around to the goblin horde.
Okay. It's there's a couple of, actually you do have to make a check. So there's a bridge that's broken in between.
I see.
The like lagoon landing area and then like the town square where you guys fought, and behind the town square one of those buildings is where the horde is. Make a dex check to jump across this bridge. That's all you need to do.
Okay. Just the straight dexterity.
Yeah.
Why do I have such a
You're good at
bad
these, don't
feeling
worry.
about this? All right, here we go.
It's not that hard.
21.
Yeah, easy.
Just like fucking fall.
You get to the edge of the bridge that's like been cracked and dilapidated, and you lose your footing for just a second. You're just like, yep, this is the broken bridge. Whoop, jump. It's like 5 feet, easy enough.
Got it.
You managed
Cool.
to make it to the other side, you've laid out this area pretty well in your head. You've gotten used to doing that, given your condition, and it's easy to find the goblins, quote, horde, unquote. You feel around, and you move some things around in a barrel. There's some chests, and most of what you feel, there's some of these things are metal. Some of them are stone. Some appear to be books on shelves and in chests. Make an investigation check. What are you looking for specifically?
Yeah, specifically, and I would like to not wake anyone up.
Sure.
But I hope that they're all, slumbering. Specifically, I'm looking for that potential Drider's silk that Ryla asked for, to see if they had swiped it at all before.
Okay.
And I guess if there's
make an
anything else that
investigation
I
check.
find. Right on. Okay.
We got
I rolled
a 3.
Dude,
I rolled
It
a
is-
3.
Yeah,
it
it's
is
a 3.
dark. It is hard to. You do
Fucking
find
hate
fabric,
being blind.
but you do find fabric, but you feel it, and this part of it feels. Some of it feels like burlap. Some of it feels like cotton. Some of it feels like furs and things like that. None of it really feels like. And you know what Drider silk feels like. I mean, you probably have worn it in some ceremonies. None of it feels like Drider silk to you. There are some other stuff here, but none of it feels like Drider silk. And with a 3, you can't really tell what the other stuff is in both the light and with like the pressure of not being caught.
Ah, fuck. In my head, I say. God damn it, dude. Okay, I guess I'll.
Sorry.
I guess I'll bail. I mean, is there any way to? There's probably no other way to like look around
You
and
find
try.
okay, no. You do find something.
Okay.
You manage to get the top of one of these crates off. There are a couple of crates stacked, and you feel around, and it feels like leather balls on the inside, like balls of stitched leather. And then you take it out and run your hands over it, and this becomes very familiar. This is a crate of gray tart. The fruit that is indigenous to Lolthlorian. It is this gray, like citrus almost. It has a really thick rind, but on the inside is this like deep burgundy purple flesh that's similar to an orange. And you do remember that if you eat one of these, you get advantage on investigation checks and or perception checks rather, not investigation checks.
Oh, that works
Nice.
too.
But you have a whole crate here. There's like a gross of gray tart here.
Okay. Well, I don't really want them to know that I snooped, so I'll just grab like 5.
Okay,
Of
yeah, you
them?
managed to fit 5 in both your hands and stuff
Yeah,
them away.
just put them down in the backpack or whatever, the pouch underneath the clothes. The hidden inventory that no one can see for aesthetic reasons.
True.
And then you also find, let's see. Oh, there's another thing in here. The gray tart, and then okay. So you also find 1 potion of healing,
Thank you, investigation 3.
and that's it.
Okay, you were too kind. I'm gonna try and make it seem like nobody touched their stuff, and then go back to wall.
Make a stealth check.
Okay.
Ah, yes.
Okay. 14.
Yeah, it's pretty simple. You didn't really do too much damage. You put the cover for the ridiculous amount of gray tart that nobody would be able to tell that you took enough those out of it. You put that back down, and you kind of cover up the rest of the vials and bottles and trinkets and things so that it doesn't look like anybody's been here. Cover up your tracks on the way out as well. Easy.
When I get back to wall, unless I need to roll another dex to not fall.
No. You got the muscle memory in you now. Whoop, there
when
it
I get
is.
back
Oh,
to
you
wall.
got it. Almost caught you for a second, but you got it.
We still owe Ryla that Drider silk, and I couldn't find any in their hoard.
Wait, you were looking for silk in the horde?
Yes, I mean they steal stuff, correct? So I thought they may have stolen what Ryla needs from us, and I'm getting nervous that I'm going to break my promise to her.
Oh, perhaps this thread father or something will have silk. His name has thread in it, so perhaps he has silk.
Oh, I didn't think of it like that.
I mean, that is my assumption. Maybe he is maybe the goblins have been wrong and he is the threat father.
Do you have experience talking with goblins and making deals?
No. I mean, I had to. Back during my earlier mercenary days, they had me, fight a few caverns of them and clear out some encampments, but they seem like relatively simple folk.
I have a hard time trusting them. I just have a bad feeling about this meeting with the Threadfather and trying to stay completely peaceful, that's all.
Well, I am sure that maybe it will turn out okay in some way. I have that hope.
It just seems... I will, forewarning, feel irked if we are seen as below this leader and not on even ground. Does that make sense?
I think I understand. But it is a very simple solution to this problem, Zephyr. If he tries to do anything, we simply strike him down, yes?
I'm glad we're always on the same page.
Yes!
Best friends.
Oh.
Oh my god. Okay. Is there anything else you guys would like to discuss or do? You have
no,
hours
so-
technically, so. Okay, cool. So go wake up your friends. Time for watch 2. Electric Boogaloo.
All right.
Who is next?
It's Argentum
was-
and Zeph.
No, Argentum and Phoenix.
Oh, sorry,
Yes,
Argentum and
it's
Phoenix.
me.
Yeah.
Zeph
I
just
got a
pulling all night.
Minor headache.
That's an all-nighter.
It won't be the
You're
first
just gonna keep rolling investigation checks.
I need to find that silk. All right. Yeah, I think I'll wake up Argentum if you want to wake up Phoenix.
Yeah, we'll wake up Phoenix.
Wakey. Slap, slap, slap.
Ow.
You can just.
A gentle slap. It's your
Glad you-
turn for the watch.
Got it. Glad you found my face.
It's the first time I've touched it. Is your, Never mind.
No. Finish your sentence. Finish your food.
I don't want to hurt your feelings.
No, say it. Do it.
Oh, I'd rather not. I'm tired.
Mm.
You hear one of the goblins go, "Oh, shut up."
Shh, see. Good night and good morning.
Good night and good morning.
The low ruckle and hum of the Ankeg, the wounded Ankeg, slightly wheezing as it enjoys its slumber. Has you two.
Meanwhile, Wall is just gonna go up to Phoenix and say,
Hey, Phoenix, get up! You are on watch.
Oh, I'm still alive. Nice. Perfect.
Yes,
I'll
we
take
did a
it from
good
here.
job. Nobody is dead.
Anything to say?
I'll take it from here. Thank you.
Good.
and Wall's just gonna saunter over to like the nearest wall and just, sit up against it and like he still has his glaive in hand, but he's like nodding off with it.
Okay,
Oh.
cool. So we got Argentum and Phoenix.
Ooh.
You guys, as Zeph and the wall slowly drift off into sleep, lulled to sleep by the snoring of both goblins and Ankegs alike, as well as the crashing waterfall and the sonorous sound of crickets in the night air. You two breach the falls into the cool, crisp black of the destroyed village of Downwater.
With the
And I will
roll?
have you make I'll have you make
Okay.
perception checks, both of you.
All
Cool.
right.
5?
I watched that happen in real time.
As a matter of fact,
The dice was a
Natural
19. The dice was a 19.
We'll
It
get back to
teetered on
that.
the thing, and then it like fell over on the one.
You're
got
hearing
you.
voices.
Oh, you got the 19. That's so cool.
Leju,
That's so
we'll get
funny.
to Argentum's roll
Okay.
too. Leju, you as soon as you manage to get more than like 10 feet away from Argentum, you hear in your ear what sounds like, a bee, but it doesn't move. You know how a bee's like, it just right in your ear. And this is the telltale sign that somebody's trying to call you.
Right now. Argentum,
Yes.
could you cover for a second? I gotta, hit the, the thing.
Old Switch needs to speak.
I gotta hit the dude. You want me to piss on your fucking face?
What? I gotta.
I gotta piss, man.
Yeah, no, go piss in a bush.
You want me to piss on your fucking face?
Dude, okay.
What is with everyone in my face?
He's so
Oh
testy.
my god. All of you. Goodness. Yeah, no, go do whatever you need to. Cover it when
Okay.
you're done.
So, where do you go to take this intrusive phone call?
Is the map accurate to where we are?
Let me see. Where are you guys? I'm on a different page. It can be. Yeah, you can pick a place. You're
Okay.
technically over on this side of the bridge. So you would have to like jump over the bridge or go out and around or something like that to get.
Sure, I'll leave. I'll jump over the bridge.
Okay, cool. You jump over the bridge and roll a dex check.
Falls in the water, dies.
I gotta pee. He died the way he lived.
I don't know what
Pissing.
happened.
Trying to take
He
a
just went
piss.
to take a piss.
Let's go.
A 5? That is exactly what you needed.
Nice.
So you jump over there, and
No way,
it's a little dark. One of those rocks that looked a little more sturdy than you thought gave way beneath your feet. But I mean, you're pretty much an Olympian at this point. That was just a stupid mistake. Couple more feet away, and you're able to hear the crackle of a fire fade. The harsh din of the waterfall start to get softer and softer as you get closer to the center of what used to be downwater. Where would you like to take the call?
I'll take the call a little farther away. It's just like behind like a in a bush, because I'm obviously taking
You're
a
peeing.
big,
Yeah.
a huge piss. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Unzip my
make a
pants,
Stealth check.
Okay, hold on.
Uh-huh.
I'll use
Plus-
the inspo.
Okay.
14.
14, much better. Okay. And you hear in your ear as it gets louder and louder and louder.
Hello.
Hi.
Hey,
Why aren't you in Ivbronka?
sorry. What?
Why aren't you in? Down, damn it! Why aren't you in Ivbronka?
We're doing a quest. We're doing a thing. It's for the mission that
There's
you're coming to
quest.
follow.
Okay. Yes. Wonderful. And that is a quest that is more important than one that I am giving you.
No, this is part of it, sir.
Explain. Keep
w-
them down, damn it! Explain.
We're getting in the good graces of the guy that you're telling us the tale.
Well, plans are escalating a little bit faster than I would like.
Okay.
The pirates have breached the seawall. And we
That's
have been
not good.
we have been laid siege to. And at your earliest convenience, your friends, your party, whoever you have decided to gallivant around with, you will bring them to me. And we will fight these pirates off with everything we have or everything I have given you.
and go away, piece by piece.
Hold on. Right now?
No. Not right now. We're able to hold them off. What's the food reserve look like? Come on. We have less than a month in this stronghold before the supplies come. I don't know if we can hold out that long.
Less than a month. Okay, we'll try to loop around then. I'll try to convince them. It should be easy if I say it's okay. We'll figure it out.
And if you do succeed, more power will be yours. You will sit closer to the throne. Of that I promise. I'm sorry for not being my usual playful self. Things have become rather dire.
Yeah.
Have you been?
And at first you were hearing like really muffled sounds of combat and like steel on steel and frontline work, etc. But he slowly starts to move somewhere a little quieter.
Have you been compromised?
No, not at all.
And you hear a very genuine sigh of relief.
It's good. Good. I apologize for being so crass.
No, sir. It's understandable.
What we seek, what I seek, can be yours as well. Recruitment. It's all that matters. Numbers.
I read you.
You're a good man, Phoenix.
Thank you, sir.
What? Yes! I'm needed on the front line. I haven't slept in a few days.
Good luck out there.
Soon.
Yeah, we'll do what we can.
I won't be able to contact you if you go into the mountain.
That might be where we are going to be. They want to...
I know exactly where you are, Phoenix. Every second.
They want us to rendezvous and try to convince some drow to help us. Some kind of death tournament.
Do you know what they want to have you do?
Yeah, we're gonna fight in a gladiator arena. For glory or whatever.
Gladiator arena? Gladiator arena? It's just Salvatarm's bullshit, isn't it?
Oh, you know.
I sent one of your cousins to go fight in your stead, but if you would like to go and take his place...
Yeah, that's our current objective. And if we win, it'll be good, I think. For everything.
I should say
going
so.
forward.
Okay, yes! Oh, okay! God's alive.
It sounds like... And you've known this guy since he was mortal.
Yep.
And it sounds like for some reason he's fearing for his life. He does not want to go to fight right now. He does not want to face combat.
Is that all, sir?
I'll be okay. That's all. Take care of yourself. And bring back those people in one piece, please. We need all the arms we can get.
We'll do our best. It'll be done.
And the background hum of ethereal, arcane noise is gone, and you just hear the clean, pure sounds of wind in the trees. You hear what appear to be a couple of creatures devouring the corpse of the Belay over on the stairs. Nature has certainly retaken this place, but you've gotten your peace back.
Okay. I'm gonna make my way back to camp. We're gonna unzip my pants, and on my way in, I'm gonna be like re-zipping the pants. You know.
Okay. All right, Argentum.
3 belting up, you know what I mean? Like,
with a 24 in your investigation check, as you saw Phoenix jump over the bridge, and then, you know, they're maybe 150 feet away from you, you see something in the tree line that has been broken in order to, you know, there's the logging, and then the tree line begins, this massive stumps. Something pierces through the darkness of the forest. This dull orange light as it grows wider and wider, and you hear as 3 darker figures. It's pretty far out. You can't quite tell exactly like what species or anything they are, and they're all wearing hoods and cloaks. Very cautiously, they're very trepidatious with how they move through the tree line and through the logging encampments and the mining encampments, and eventually through the buildings. But they do appear to be armed, and they're wearing armor, and they're having a very they're having a normal volume conversation between the 3 of them, but it's inaudible from where you are. But that's what you see. They start to slowly effuse themselves through into the village of Downwater.
Okay. And you said they're having like a normal volume conversation?
Yeah, they're just talking amongst themselves. They are, one of them has a lantern that's on a stick attached to the horse that he's riding. He's kind of like propping it up a little bit to add leverage, make it a little bit easier to hold. As the light, it's not a whole lot of light, so they're sticking pretty close together.
Okay. Argentum's gonna make their way out a little bit further to try to get a better vantage point to maybe try to hear what they're saying, get a better idea of who these people might be.
Okay, cool. Make a stealth check.
Got it, buddy. Whatever you say.
you got it, buddy.
Hee-haw! Okay. I would say you go like around this way, you know, around to the closer to the northern edge of where they are as they pierce through the tree line from the north, and you get around the creek that is, you know, coming from the waterfall. You get pretty close. You duck down behind one of the buildings, a half wall, and you think you're in the clear when one of the stones that you leaned up against crumbles to your right and on top of your toe, and it hurts, but they totally heard that noise, and you see the light start to whip around the half walls. Who's the leader? Looks like the leader. He seems to have more. As you were getting closer, you get a little bit better look. The horse he is upon is golden, and not like yellow. It is gold. This is a like metallic haired horse, heavily armored guy. His figure is almost entirely encased in this gleaming steel plate metal that is reflecting the light from his lantern. It is ornate, and it bears the scars of many blows, many battles, but it has not been kept up. It's not been repaired. It's just got, you know, it has dents here and there. It's got like, it looks like it's been burned and cut all over. But it's still very imposing because of that fact, right? His helmet is much like the walls. It is a full face helmet, and when he speaks, you can hear it kind of reverberate from the inside of his helm. He has this long, dark hair. Again, you're too far away, can't quite see exactly what color it is, but you have this long, dark hair that comes out from underneath of the great helm, and his voice, when he speaks, it has authority. And from your writings, it's almost as though you would write this character's backstory to be a member of the military. You know, this guy seems like he would be a high-ranking, like a general or a lieutenant or something like that. Somebody with a lot of experience behind them. You can't see the other two, but that's the first person you notice. And he is slowly getting closer to you as you are right behind this half wall. He is about 10 feet away from you, but he can't see you.
I'm making a choice here. I'm a rolling D100.
Okay.
I'm gonna let the dice decide what I do here.
Oh,
I'm
boy.
excited.
Low,
I love
I
gotcha.
boy.
low, right?
Here we
Low, I
go.
use a narrative twist. High. Okay.
14,
I'm gonna spend my last narrative twist. I was saving it for it just in case. I have one more. No, I'm not doing anything crazy.
Okay, I worry.
Okay.
I
Let's
know,
kill this
I'm
guy.
crazy beach. I'm gonna use Be Still and Silent, which is my classic. Hi, I'm invisible now. Please leave me alone.
Okay, so you're invisible now, right?
Yep, they're gonna quickly like pen something just like on their hand, just like ow, 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 and then they are as they cross their final T of the component, they vanish.
The riders, you're able to see the long golden snout of this horse crane itself over this half wall of flagstone steps. It like chuffs. You see the lantern be swept over, but just before his eyes turn to you, you're no longer seen. The horse turns its head to look. There's nothing there. And you hear a voice from back further deep in the compound, as it were, this old courthouse that you are. Aye! Looks like I killed the bloody thing! What? And you see the lantern sweep back around over towards the corpse of the boulet, as you hear that fades around. And it seems the three riders have congregated around the corpse of the boulet, and you're able to see the soft, faint light kind of be blocked by various angles and corners and stuff as it spills over around you, but you're invisible.
Okay, Argentum is going to do their best to try to follow them, like at least like 15 feet behind them to stay like out of distance where they like could hear them breathing, or like a small scuff of a pebble. They can hear the pedals in the wind, but like close enough to hear but not close enough to like be heard is the idea.
Okay. All right, cool. So they've all kind of dismounted at this point. You're able to get about 20 feet away from them. They've dismounted. They've hitched their horses. They've kind of scared away the critters that have been feasting on the boulet. And one of them goes in and gets some meat. Look at this more wiry one. This one that he turns around to face the lantern to get some light so his knife can peel the flesh away from the creature a little bit easier. And as you do, you see he is missing his left eye. And as the light falls on his face, he looks like he has been burned several times over and then healed. And then in addition to that, there have been battle scars. So it is very difficult to like get distinguishing features from this guy's face because it looks like he's just a mass of flesh, honestly. It's fairly tight against his skin, and he did used to be a human, but his network of scars tells tales of countless skirmishes, and his left eye just is a black void. He is wiry and lean. His body is sinewy, but like you can tell that it's strong, kind of like an archer would be, where it's just like he has a lot of movement, but he still has the strength to pull back the bow as taut as he can. His clothing is less armor and more really practical travel wear, like lots of leathers, very good ease for flexibility, speed, mobility, and even with one eye, his maddening gaze penetrates everything that he stares at. It's almost like he's compensating for not having two. He is missing nothing in his surroundings. Out of these three, if anybody was going to see you, it would probably be him. but he looks very invested in this creature that is just fair game. The third rider has been staring at the tree line and pacing back and forth around the back of one of these buildings, so you haven't gotten a good look at him. What would you like to do?
Oh. I think they're gonna stay put and keep listening and like be counting the time in their head because they have an hour of invisibility, but they're still just gonna be keeping track of the time to make sure that they don't get caught with their pants down. You know, like
cool. For the sake of continuity, I will say that Phoenix went very far around in order to kind of throw you off, even, right? I would,
So, to make it seem like I went to the bushes to take a nice little
into the brush and the thick of it. So some time passes, about 10 minutes, 15 minutes, and he finishes carving up the boulet. By this point, it looks like he's very, very deft with this knife. And most, if not all, of the boulet has been skinned, filleted, and plated up in some campware. And he is cooking it up for the remainder of these guys. And the leader of them takes off his helmet, and you can see in the cold winter night air, steam rising from his hair and face. He has a not a very long beard, but a very thick beard, and he has a scar, on his forehead. Some are very faded, some are relatively new, but when he takes his head off, the one thing you notice is on his neck there is a purple tattoo of a horseshoe, like an N, like a horseshoe shape, with a sword in the center, right side up, and it's just purple. And after you see this, you look at the one-eyed man and see, as he lifts his hair back to get it out of the blood from the boulet, he also has this purple horseshoe tattoo with a sword upright on it.
Okay.
And the leader of them, he puts his helmet down and says, "Well, why don't we just tell him we got care of it, And the one-eyed one says, "Yeah. For all we know, it could have been poisoned, died of natural causes or something." And he takes his plate of meat and looks at it. "What if it was poison?" And the leader says, "Oh, let's eat it anyway, it's free meat." And the third one turns around and says, "I don't think anyone's coming." And you see his face for the first time. And he is, traditionally handsome. He is a very good-looking man. And he is comparatively very, very clean compared to the other two, who have had, travel wounds. His face is free of any scars. He has no wounds. He is very clean cut as well. He has this about shoulder-length blonde hair. And his horse is incredibly regal. And one thing that you noticed as a through line between all of these guys, and you didn't really see it until they were all together, their whole garb is purple and white. They have the same kind of color schema across each other. Some of it maybe is a bandana tied to the thigh. Some of it is, a cape. Maybe others of it is like the actual breastplate or paint or something actually on the armor, or what have you. Just some display of colors, of purple and white. This deep, almost burgundy purple and white. And yes, even though he is clean, and the other two have this tattoo, this third guy does not. And the leader says, "Varric, if you want to be a member, you need to be a little bit more thorough. Something kill this boulet. Look for tracks or something. Make yourself useful." He throws meat on the fire, on the fire's coals. And the third guy kind of looks down. He looks out. and he begins patrolling the area.
Oh, good golly gosh. Oh, fuck. How
No
close
pressure.
is he? Yeah, no pressure.
You got
You're
this.
good. You got
Fine.
this.
I'm
We're gonna
fine.
make as he starts to patrol around the building. He comes around to where you are in front of the Boule and the other two men. Making a stealth check with advantage.
Got it, buddy. Oh gosh, I always forget how to do advantage on roll 20. I don't.
It's a
over that
toggle on the
often.
top right of the box.
Like
Next
on
to
the
it should be right
dice?
underneath. It should be above your initiative. It should say
They're
advantage, normal,
purple
disadvantage.
buttons.
Oh, you're so pretty. Thank you.
Yeah.
Blah, blah.
Good luck.
Ooh.
All right.
Okay.
This guy walks around the building once and then walks back towards you and is actively walking towards you. And if he could see you, he would be making eye contact with you. He starts walking. He's looking past you. You notice a few things about him as you get a closer look. He smells way too good to be riding with these guys. You get hints of lavender and cedar. There are like potpourri scents. You get dusk flower, even that like nice earthy spicy scent of dusk flower that you've come to know recently. And he's dressed to the nines. It's almost as though he looks like he's noble or shares a command position that is mostly a paperwork kind of thing. He doesn't look like he gets out a whole lot, but he looks like he gets paid very well. And he's quite young. A young human man, probably his late 20s, early 30s. His horse, again, just as regal. His horse carries an air of grace with it. It holds its head a little higher. But you can see that he looks very tired. It looks like he's been constantly on the road and in a way that he's not used to. But he has the demeanor of a man who tries to balance his like technical responsibility with like being in command and seeing combat and seeing the field work, right? But yeah, that's what you get from him. And you could swear that he side eyes you, but after he passes you, he was just looking at those two being a little bit gross.
Okay.
You're doing fucking great. By the way,
Don't
I would like to
jinx
say. Okay. We're going to go from here to back to the cave for a little bit because
All right,
God.
let's go. Let's party.
Wall,
Yeah.
you are asleep. You have gotten some fairly good rest. You've entered deep sleep. You've taken a deep breath and been escorted to the inky blackness of a restful night. And you wake up, your eyes blink open, and a chill hits you. It's cool, but not as cold as today has been. It's a soft spring day, and you'd think it feels like there would be a sun out, but no. There's a large moon in the sky, far too large to be on the material plane. This big white circle is this massive source of light for the entirety of the Beastlands plain. Verdant foliage dances underneath of you. You put your hand out and feel the green-purple grass waft in the stiff breeze. Light filters through tree lines miles in the distance. You are in the middle of a vast rolling field. Splendid. You feel at peace. It is so nice here. And then you feel in your stomach and your feet. sounds like 1,000 hooves peel from the forest line, and these great brown four-legged horned beasts trample across the prairie, through the plain, a couple hundred feet in front of you, and they get closer. They start to pass you, and you hear chuffs and moans and groans from these beasts as they're running from something, and the multitude of hoofbeats fades as it finally passes you, and you hear and behind them is a 15-foot woman dressed in gossamer silks, white, off-white, enough to reflect the moonlight within itself, and it's cascading over her curvy body, almost like the waterfall that you hear in your unconsciousness cascading across the rocks and down into the lagoon. And she has a soft smile on her face. She approaches you and says, "Welcome again, Wall, to these sacred lands." And her height goes to meet yours, sitting at a comfortable 9 feet.
What is this place? Where am I?
Just as my mother has her realm, I have mine. The Beastlands. She gestures in the distance. You hear a very soft rumbling, and again, there's a herd of another group of hooved beasts off in the distance around the tree line. This is where I come to think and reflect, and I am glad you have joined me. I sense... And she starts to fold her arms and pace around you in a very calm way. There's nothing really intimidating about it. You almost feel as though you're welcoming it. I sense your journey has been fraught with shadows. She nods. With strife.
It has, in a way.
And you have come into possession of Rory's silver blade. That was no accident. The thread of fate has woven me into your extensively detailed tapestry. And I would like to show you something. She waves her hand on the grass, and in the grass, this ramp down into a cavern opens with no steps, just a gentle slope down about 15 feet. And she begins to walk into the ground in the middle of this plain. Come, please.
Like, Wall's gonna grumble, but he will follow.
And she exudes light as you get further down into the ground itself. A wide chamber opens. It is a 50 by 100 stone wrought chamber with flagstones on the ground, and on the walls there are roots coming out. And as she walks, these misty visages of other figures pop up. And she gets down to the end of the room and gestures to these slowly moving misty visages, almost as though she has taken this snapshot of their life and thrown it up for everybody to see. She gestures. These are the Knights of the Blade. These are your forebears. And this, she gestures to a striking drow figure. He has flowing silver hair, glorious, piercing deep blue eyes. That when you look closer, you see that like the moon is actually reflected in the eyes that are in this visage. He is adorned in half plate that gleams like the stars themselves, and he has in his hand 2 long swords. And as you get closer to the visage, you could swear you hear them humming or singing to you. And looking closely at one, yes, indeed, one of those long swords, his left one in particular, is the exact same long sword that you have been carrying this entire time. He looks like he's having fun in whatever he's fighting. He looks like he is enjoying every second of this. He looks like he may be a bard or some sort of spell sword or battle mage. But you are certain of one thing, that he is charismatic as fuck. This guy, living or dead, was a very entertaining person. And she gestures to him. Rory Silverblade. Rest his soul.
Do I recognize him as the person that was holding the blade before I got it?
No. The person that was holding the blade before, actually, you guys did get, you personally got information on this via Argentum, but that person was a priestess of a Elistrae's church. Think of it like a railroad leader, leading people through this extensive network of interplanar slavery. And they were almost out, but they died on their escape.
Why are you showing me this?
Because I know the blade chose you. Rory chose you. Wall. Rory was a songsmith at heart. And she starts to longingly and wistfully pace around this visage of Rory. Almost like seeing somebody, almost like she was in love with him at some point. Rory weaved magic and music into his fighting. A deadly dance, an elegant dance, a fitting tribute. He mesmerized allies, foes. She looks down, back up to you in your eyes, and you can swear you see the moon deep in them. And he mesmerized me. His charisma and tales of valor inspired those around him, bolstering courage even in the darkest time. And I fear the times now grow dark. We need a new Silverblade, another Silverblade, someone to complement Zyra, Talion, and the rest. She gestures to 2 others that have been brought up in their own special little vignette that they have. I bring you here to ask questions. Yes. And this really well-spoken, moves with confidence. This woman who's clearly got shit figured out is beginning to falter a little bit. You see, even for a god, that her facade is starting to crack. It seems you have been inspiring those around you as well. I watched with glee as you bested the boulet with friends. And that warmed my heart more than you know, to see the silver blade in use once more. I worry, Wall. I worry that within your company, a soul high, one ensnared by my mother, Lolth of the demon web pits. His presence is delicate. It makes our story fragile, hard to tell. She looks sad, genuinely sad, delivering this information.
So you would have me go against this one that you are describing? Is that what you are suggesting?
Combat, antagonism. These are narrative devices that only beget more conflict. This individual stands upon a precipice, caught between the dark allure of my mother and she waves her hand, and the ground above you guys opens and dissolves away to show you this big, bright white disk in the sky. And the redeeming light of the moon. They are bound by webs not easily seen nor broken. Do you seek to be a knight of the blades, Wall?
Like, Wall regards her with just hesitation, and then he looks over to Rory's, I guess, like, image.
Yeah.
And then looks to the ground.
The way you describe this warrior that I have inherited this blade from, it is with so much beauty and grace. And I am, to put it simply, I am a simple thug, a murderer.
She walks up to you and puts her hand on your chest next to your heart. My son, you are far more than that. You are a legend in the making. And she lifts her other hand up, and you see a visage of you, Wall, with your helmet doffed, striking down a boulet, just as you had the day before. I believe in the Wall, just as I believed in Rory, the Silverblade, Lady Zyra, and Lord Talion. Do you wish to be a knight of the Blades?
A knight. Like all the stories that I heard when I was small and weak. They had given me strength, knowing that these warriors would fight for honor. And now you plan to simply give it to me.
No. This is not a title that is given. You must earn this. Your friend, is not lost. He simply must have his hand held. You must guide him. Show him the light of the moon. For they are lost in mists that my mother casts far and wide. You can evangelize Ray.
Here we are, again being toyed with by the gods. After I had told them that. I will try. But I would like to ask something in exchange in this moment while I still have you here.
She closes her eyes and nods deeply. Anything for a Knight of the Blades.
I wish for a duel. Right now. Between you and me.
Fucking go, Wall.
Are
Hey, yo,
you
let's go.
sure?
Oh my god.
Oh, Bob.
Yes, I am sure. I wish to test my steel as I am. And see just what kind of mountain I have to climb.
She walks past you. Feels like she walks through you, but she definitely walked around you. Back over towards the visage of Lord Talion, a human who stands super tall for a human and imposing. His presence alone demanded the attention as soon as you walked in the room, but she directed you elsewhere. He has flowing white robes that are also marked with silver sigils of El Estray, this sword that is wrapped in silks. And his weapon of choice is a great sword. She reaches through the visage of Lord Talion to his back where the sword is and grabs the mist, and it becomes material. This gorgeous sword she grips with both hands in front of her and lowers it to her abdomen as she walks to the entrance of this cavern, recess that you guys have found yourself in. I will fight you with Moongale. May she show you mercy.
And I wish to fight you with my glaive. I want to earn the right to wield the blade that you have bestowed.
She looks at you as you brandish the glaive, and she looks at the glaive itself with awe and wonder, like a child who just kicked their first field goal. Their parents are agog. Yes, indeed. You may strike the first blow, child. She just stands there.
Wall is like about to protest, but then no, he grips the glaive.
Sure.
Takes like a deep sigh and is like almost like hesitating. And then he just charges and swings.
Yes!
All right, roll to attack.
Oh my god.
Let's go.
Let's fucking go.
You are so fucking cool, man.
This is insane.
A 22.
Damn.
A 22? Let me check my stat sheet.
This wasn't in the script. I didn't know. I didn't know I needed a stat block. That's crazy.
So you come. How do you do this?
Like he'll basically do a downward swing right to like the middle of like right under like the middle of her center of mass.
Okay.
Like trying to like cut down from her shoulder.
You commit to a stunning blow against the goddess of blades, and it makes contact. You feel from the way that she has been holding herself this entire interaction, you would imagine, the blade would pass through her, or it's not actually her but a visage or something. But no, you feel this blade make contact with flesh as it cuts through her. You hear the shing of the metal. She doesn't even move. She makes way, as a matter of fact, for the blade. And as you hit, roll damage first of all.
That's one away from max damage.
Holy shit. Okay. She takes a deep breath. Almost as though you would when you get a paper cut. She smiles a soft smile. Rory was never wrong. She appears behind you and
she just TPs.
Yeah,
nothing
she
personal.
Just TPs. And she rolls. I'm gonna roll this on the table.
Ooh.
Well, let me double check and make sure I'm rolling the right stats here.
Roll to see if I parry a god.
Watch this plus 13. You're gonna like shit yourself.
Yeah, that's.
Wall at level 3 has damaged 2 gods.
Damage is damage, man.
Boy.
Does a 15 hit?
No, it doesn't.
It actually is a 13. Oh my god.
Okay.
Damn.
The blade passes through you, and it fades from her hands. She stands and looks at you, and puts her hand on the gaping wound in her chest that slowly begins to stitch itself back together. And you see the silvery blood of the Silver Sister on her middle and index finger as she walks up to you and puts her hand on your chest once more, just like before. And she draws a line down your sternum. You're ready. And everything begins to dissolve around you. Looks like it's beginning to wet and melt. And paint thins, almost as though this entire thing was some sort of sick oil painting. And you're met with the blackness of dreams once more. Argentum, let's see if you get caught.
Let's go, boy. Let's see if I get caught.
One more stealth check with advantage because you were still invisible.
Yee. Boop, 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 boop. Blah.
Nice.
21. Christ alive. There is no finding you.
I don't exist anymore.
Let me roll for
Roll first?
pretty boy.
Roll perception.
Okay.
Perception.
So he stops. He walks to about over here, right? He stops dead in his tracks and he gets on one knee. And you see him put his hand down on the ground and rub it around a little bit. He gets on all fours and starts to walk forward a little bit. And then he sits up straight, almost as though he has found something. So Steel Mantle, someone has been here, and it wasn't us. See? Smaller footprints. I sit over here, and Steel Mantle gets up, and you hear the clang and the telltale jingle of metal armor. So he walks over to the one who is crouched. Good lad. He smacks him in the back of the head. Right, let's follow these tracks. Pack it up. Someone's here. And you see the one-eyed man start to get one last bite out of his grizzled, gross boulet flesh before he stands up and dusts himself off, chucks some water on the fire that they have built. This whole thing has taken them about 45 minutes to an hour. And the one-eyed one mounts his horse. Steel Mantle comes back, mounts his horse, And the pretty boy, the noble of the group, goes back to his horse, mounts it as well, and they go back to the tracks and start following them back to the waterfall.
Oh, where we are?
Shit, fuck. Yep.
Great.
Oh, grapes. Okay, great.
And I will say at this point,
I'm back, right?
yes, you are back. Yeah, you are there, and you don't see Argentum.
Oh, that was a huge pit. Argentum?
Make a stealth check.
I look. Okay. It's a 12.
Did you add the +1 from your cloak?
Oh, that's right. 13.
13. Okay. And you see light beginning to come. If you it's been filtered through this waterfall. It's kind of warbly, but you see it start to peek around the other side as you hear, and they see you. Oi, you! And they get a little closer to you. What do you do?
Oh shit. I'm gonna go inside. I'm just gonna run in and like shake awake. Who's closer, Wall or Zeph?
I don't know who's closer, guys.
Who'd be closer to me? Who's closer to them?
Roll for snuggle.
Probably, yeah.
Wall. I'm just gonna slap him in the face. Wall, hello.
Wait.
Wake up.
What is happening? Huh? What is happening?
Argentum's gone. Someone found us.
Someone found us.
Yeah. Could be bad news. I'll wake up everybody else.
And on the outside, you hear, "Oi, don't go in there. It could be a trap. Don't want to just whoop our horses right into a trap." They start to argue amongst themselves for the next 5 or so minutes about what to do.
I'm gonna.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, sorry. I was just gonna wake up. I mean, I'm gonna wake up like Zeph as well, and tell him the same thing.
5 more minutes.
No, you won't get 5 more minutes. If you 5 more minutes, you're gonna be dead.
What?
Someone found us. Argentum's also gone.
They killed Argentum?
No. There's no blood anywhere, so I assume she went to track or something.
And Argentum, you're back. Whether or not you would like to drop your invisibility is up to you, but you have reached the area, the fall.
Argentum is going to move back from the fall a little bit and seem like they're making their way back towards the town, but they're going to like walk backwards in their own footprints almost.
Okay.
And they're going to drop invisibility, and they're just going to shout out to the 3 men. Just, hello? Is someone there?
Yes.
Oh,
Who
thank
goes
goodness.
there?
Please. Come quickly.
Okay. So the one in charge nudges the one-eyed one and says, "Sirik, go take a look." And then Sirik looks a little nervous, and he nudges the pretty boy and says, "Oh, you, pretty boy, noble, you go take a look." And then the pretty one sighs. "Yes. Okay." And he scoffs as he dismounts his horse and goes back behind the waterfall and looks to his left and sees everybody asleep by the fire.
Oh, is that including us who have just been woken up by it?
Everybody who's in there.
Well, damn.
Well, shucks.
Well,
He looks like he's frozen, scared. He
If
hasn't
I
seen anything like this, and there are goblins asleep and one person awake. He's not equipped for this kind of thing.
Big question, DM. If I suddenly put this fire out, would it be pitch black for everybody else?
Yep. Be very dark in there.
That's what I do.
I have dark vision.
Okay.
I would immediately just like throw my cloak over it or something, or whatever's nearby to whatever would immediately suffocate it to put it out.
Okay.
And once
Pretty
we're
easy
on
to
the
do. It'll
dark-
take a couple seconds, but and he sees you do it, but yeah, it's gone.
Yeah, that's what I would do. I just want to get us on equal footing. Would anybody else like to do?
He can't see shit. He instead, after he sees this, runs out to the other side of the waterfall. Where are you, Argentum? How far away from the waterfall are you?
Is the waterfall like in yay direction, kind of like to the east on the map, or?
The waterfall is to the east. Yeah, yeah.
Okay, they're probably like just before the bridge, like on the other side, like in close enough to see what's going on and see that their companions have been found.
Okay. So he sees you, and with some, with a little bit of excitement, he starts to put his hand on his sword just to steady it, and he runs up to you, makes eye contact with the other two that are up on the ledge, and waves them down. But before they get there, he runs up to you. What's your name?
Orilla.
Orilla. My name.
Yes.
My name is Varric Tinwhistle. I am a friend. They are not. We have no business with you or your party. Unless... Have you seen this man? And he takes out a scroll and unravels it. And, it's a wanted poster.
Okay.
And the poster itself says wanted for murder. And, other like petty crimes. There's a small paragraph in different font that shows the tiny petty crimes that they've been accused of but not convicted of. They're definitely convicted of murder. And the picture is of somebody you've seen before.
Mm-hmm.
Of course.
And you pour your eyes over all the features and everything just to get a good look, and it doesn't really dawn on you until you put all the pieces together, because it couldn't possibly. Oh my God. It's Sunder. Have you seen this man?
No, I've never seen anyone like him.
Are you sure?
Positive.
He looks back at the waterfall.
Why? You seem afraid.
And you hear, "Oh, what have we got here?" And Steel Mantle dismounts his horse and starts to, walk up to you pretty briskly. The one-eyed one stays on his horse and keeps watch. And Steel Mantle comes up to you and puts his gauntlet on your shoulder. "Who are you? Who is she, Tin Whistle?"
My name is Orilla. I came from the forests, and there was blood everywhere, and that thing.
What thing?
The beast over that way. I just never
Steel
seen
Mantle,
any...
can't you see they're just... They must have been the ones to deal with the Boule, correct? And he looks at you like, say yes.
Yes. Yes, by the very skin of my teeth.
All by yourself, eh?
Yes, it was rather terrifying. But a person like myself can, well, handle themselves.
Would you like us to take you back to town?
I believe I will be all right. Just need to sit for a moment. Who are all of you? You are looking for that person, yes?
Yeah. It's a bounty on their head. We're riders of Korf.
I've never heard the name.
Well, you were about to.
Clearly, please. Tell me about yourselves, so I know who might be my rescuers, as it were.
And then Varric Tin Whistle interrupts him and says, "We are mercenaries. We are the law in these parts." And then Steelmantle looks at Varric and says, "You are nothing yet. You haven't even gotten your first outing finished yet. If you want this," and he gestures to the tattoo on his neck, "you have to bloody work for it. Give up a pound of flesh. Do your damn job." And he pushes Varric. "Do that one more time, and my uncle will have your head on a pike outside of Korf." They kind of eye each other for just a second. And Cyric in the back says, "Alright, if you keep fighting, one of you's gonna die, and I'll have to report it."
You know, he may have a point. Argentum will walk themselves between the two men and put their hands on either of their chests and giving them not a, like, almost a deceptively sensual look to the larger man, and as soon as they look at Varric, just a go with it kind of look in their eyes, trying to take advantage of their that non-binary androgyny of what could they do maybe. Just no, boys, there's no need to fight. We're all friends here, aren't we?
Steelmantle looks down at you.
Not friends. We're co-workers.
Varric
No.
says,
The only reason you took me out is because you were told to. I have been trying to form a relationship, form a bond, talk about ourselves the entire journey, but all you want to do is sit here and eat boulet and smoke pipeweed and drink. You got your tattoo, and that's all you care about is your markings. Yes, I think they're right. Let's part ways. Tell my uncle I'm not coming back.
and he turns around and walks back toward the waterfall.
Wait, you can't just abandon the...
Well, you said he wasn't part of the crew, so maybe that's what he's...
Shut up, Cyric!
Just trying to help.
And you... Have you seen this man?
He shows you the wanted poster, his own wanted poster of Sunder.
As I was telling your, well, I guess, former co-worker, darling, I have not, unfortunately. I'll be of no help in that, department.
Make a deception check.
You got it, buckaroo.
Lying through the skin of your teeth. The teeth of your skin.
Your skin has teeth.
Deception? Where's deception?
God.
Go!
Non-binding miles,
Let's fucking go!
He looks at you and says, okay. But that boulet had blade marks all over it. You're not carrying a sword or are armed. Who killed it?
I didn't get a good look at them. But I believe they went And they'll close their eyes and take their glasses off and kind of pinch the bridge of their nose like they're trying to think. I believe they went towards the back west.
Any goblins around here?
I heard chittering, but the moment the boule appeared, they probably scattered. I didn't see them.
Yeah, this place will be crawling with them by sunrise. That thing.
He gestures over to the corpse of Boule.
That thing was keeping them off. Now all the caravans will be raided even harder. Well, if you don't mind, Sirik and I are going to be staying here the rest of the night.
Certainly.
And where might you be staying?
Sirik, I'm getting saddle rash.
Shut up, Steve. God.
Well,
I need to make sure you're safe.
I'm a wanderer of sorts. I mean, I was going to head back into the wilds, but your former companion said you were reluctant to tell stories of some sorts, but I would love to hear more about this, was it a mercenary group? Your tattoos are fascinating. I've never seen anything like it. And they will...
Oh, can you tell her the one about the hobgoblin that farted that song at us?
A hobgoblin? I must hear this one. And they'll reach up and, like, trace their fingers along his tattoo.
He flinches away.
Sorry, force of habit. But I would like to hear this story.
Make a persuasion check.
You got it, buddy.
17.
Terrible.
Sirik will tell you the story. I'll watch.
He gets back on his horse, stares at you the entire time. He goes back over to the campfire that they had made by the belay and starts to begin to light it. Okay, and coming up to you, he brings his horse to a halt. Okay, so there was this one time, this hobgoblin was on the road, right, and he was trying to be highwayman, which was he's bad at it, 100%, not very good. And we told him, we'll kill you unless you sing a song for us. And the hobgoblin didn't speak any comment, so he just kind of shrugged himself, and then he started farting, and then Steel Metal was like, that's pretty funny. And the hobgoblin immediately saw that, there might be something to this whole thing, and he started farting a classic cough tune, which made us all laugh. Long story short, we kind of let him go, run back into the mountains. It was great. It was a beautiful song, honestly, and the kind of whistle you can get when a hair's just over your bumhole is something else.
Well, that is fascinating.
Right, I told you.
That's incredible. Please, you must tell me another one. You are an absolute delight. What was your name, darling? Was it Sirik?
Yes, my name is, and he kind of like gussies himself up a little bit, and he says, my name is Sirik, Sirik, and he looks away from you. Sirik One-Eyed, pleasure to meet you.
Did you get that name before the Isle? Was that just something you were graced with? I'm not judging. It's an interesting name.
Sir Steel Mantle gave it to me. He said it's a mark of the Riders of Kopf to have nicknames. His is Sir, because he's a knight. Varric's is Lord, because he's a noble. I'm One-Eye, because...
Well,
What do you specialize in? I'm sure we can come up with something a little bit better, a little bit more fitting for you.
I cook a mean stew. Give me any sort of meat, and I'll whip you up something nice for the rest of the night. I'm good at local, herbology and foraging. I can make a meal that'll make your head spin. We're gonna cut from here back to the waterfall, and you guys here have been sitting in the darkness for 5 minutes, 10 minutes. The goblins are still asleep.
Yeah.
The one who saw us, is that the one who already made their way back down?
Yeah.
He's back here, right?
Well, you see a head, a black head, poke around the corner of the outlet to the lagoon and says, "Hey, I know you're in there. Hey, I know you're in there. I'm a friend."
Can I whisper to Phoenix?
Sure.
Are you sure you can't handle this and let us sleep, please?
What if I... Just kind of whispering to himself about what to do.
Phoenix.
I'm gonna just, fine. Okay. I'm gonna pop Form of Dread.
Okay.
And the cloak comes on, and the eye starts to glow. One eye is golden in the darkness.
This will go well.
I'm sure.
And the voice that comes out of his mouth is not like it really the medium raspy voice that he usually speaks in. It's like a lot lower. What do you desire?
And he looks a little taken aback. Do you have a place I could stay the night? Just one night. My horse and I will leave by morning.
You want to die?
No. That's why I'm coming here.
If you come here, you won't come out.
What if I gave you 500 gold pieces?
Take it.
Now, why would you have 500 gold pieces in the middle of a forest?
My uncle is Lord Jared Koff, Mayor of Koff. You would have a safe harbor wherever you go in that town. You could stay with us if you like. And right now, we'd get 500 gold pieces. I don't know if you live here. I don't know if you're a god, apparition, ghost, zombie, goblin, or some other warlock. Please, I beseech you, any more time with those devils is hell itself.
How many are there?
Just me. He looks back out of the waterfall. And looks back. And he's almost crying a little bit. This looks very tough for him.
Who are the devils?
He looks like we're slowly approaching the information threshold, but he says, Sir Mason Steel Mantle, Cyric One Eye, and myself.
Did you see anyone else?
Not much. Except the curly-haired blonde one with glasses. Looked really bookish. Awfully kind.
Where are they?
Down at the landing, across the broken bridge.
I'm gonna turn to Zeph. What do you think? I'm gonna just whisper.
What the fuck are they doing? What they're doing here?
Why are you here?
It was set to sort out the goblin problem surrounding the spine. Go in and take them out. It seems there are no goblins here, and as a matter of fact, something killed a boulet down there. You wouldn't have anything to do with that, would you? Or was it just your blonde, bookish friend? Make sure to get your story straight.
Yes, all by themselves. Listen.
Good.
We can make a deal. You can stay here. With the gold, you give us no killing goblins.
He takes a long pause. You don't see him. You don't hear anything but the waterfall for a solid 15 seconds. And then as the loudest you've heard him yet, he says, "Deal."
Good.
Toss the gold over.
Well, show the payment and you can walk inside.
You see an arm, a small jingle of a leather pouch that clearly has a lot of metal in it.
I'll just like hand it over to Ray.
He pulls it away as your hand reaches the inky blackness. Let me in first. I have to see who's in there.
Oh, I see. I thought he threw it over at us.
Oh, I thought he threw it in.
No, he was just holding it
okay.
out.
Oh, okay.
But I can see them now, right? Like they're like fully in the doorway, or
yeah. Well, they are hiding themselves against the one side, the left side, your left of the exit to the cave. So all you've been able to see has been just a black head, shadowy arm. You haven't seen them. But they sound very well spoken. They sound very soft. They sound learned. They sound like they're tired of being told what to do.
Just listening and pretending not to be here. Is there any way to discern that they are here for other reasons than just the goblins? Like in this scene that we're in?
Based on your last conversation, make an insight check.
Cool. Yeah, unfortunately, we weren't there. So I'm just trying to figure out, like...
Well, yeah, based on, like, what you've spoken to him so far, yeah.
Yeah.
On his tone of voice and how
well,
he's
I only
to
got
you.
a 6.
He seems earnest and honest and true and kind. You haven't seen the other guys, you've only heard them. And comparatively, he sounds a lot less like wizened, but not in a smart way. He sounds a lot less road weary, but he does sound tired.
No funny business. And I guess I'll just so he wants to see us? Is that what he said?
Yeah, he wants to see who he's going to be. He wants to see who's in the cave.
Oh, fuck. At your discretion, whatever you'd like to do.
Okay. That's fine.
I
I'll just
can introduce myself first, and
That's-
that might scare him a bit more.
We'll see.
Good idea.
I will just I'll light it. The flame.
Okay. Light fills the hole in the wall. And not in the wall, but light fills the hole in the cavern. And he looks.
Huge guy, blind guy, shadow demon.
And I guess some goblins, right?
Yeah, some goblins. You're with them.
It's not what it looks like.
You're working with them. There's the remnants of the caravans right behind you. You can't lie to me.
We struck a deal, like we're about to with you.
Make a persuasion check.
He's still you're still cloaked in your thingy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, actually, make an intimidation check because I think you get a
Sure.
bonus with that, right?
Oh, do I?
I think you get advantage, right?
Appearance.
Unless I'm
Just
mistaken.
nod and say
Not-
that you do.
Yeah, just
Sure, we'll just say sure.
He has to make a whiz save or that he's frightened, right? Just looking at you, or is it something else?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't.
Oh,
I'll
okay,
have to read
Okay,
it. I'll have to read it again. I didn't apply it to him, so it should be fine.
I see.
But
okay.
we'll just say it for now, and then 18.
Oh yeah.
I'll check you back afterwards.
He sees a combination of one of the largest humanoids he's ever seen, that still has like 2 arms and 2 legs. He sees a shadow demon that is seemingly melded into the shadows of the cavern itself, and then he sees a bunch of goblins, which gave him a start. Look, you promise not to hurt me. I won't tell about the goblins.
Likewise to you.
May I approach?
You know what? I'll drop the form of dread.
Okay. Ah,
Yeah, buddy, come over here.
he walks in, and then Phoenix, you've been doing most of the talking, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. You seem like you're the one in charge. He tosses you the gold.
Hardly.
I'll toss the gold back. Count the
He
coins.
sits down.
Coin counter.
He drops like a backpack he's been carrying, some utility stuff around his waist, and then he picks himself back up by his sword and he says, "I'm going to go back out and see if I can't help.
Oh, that's right.
And if I can't, you'll know."
Do they have them? The bookish one.
Seems they're speaking right now, but over the noise of the waterfall, I can't quite tell. I have to go outside.
Can you give your word not to say who is up here? So that I can go back to sleep peacefully.
He looks at you, and he stands up straight, and you feel his gaze. You feel this aura of honor, of devotion, of strength, of honesty. And he looks at you and says, "My word as Lord of Kof, I will say nothing about what is up here."
Good
Can
enough
I
for
believe-
me.
Can I roll
believe him.
insight on that?
Yeah, sure. Yes, you may.
I believe him.
I was fully about to trust.
Also a 6.
but
Yeah, you feel that this guy's nobility, right? He was born and raised to be, and not nobility in like a traditional low, sinister, backstabby way. This is a human.
Thanks.
This is a human. He has, has had like generations of traditions of being noble, just, filled with honor, and has like standards and scruples that they live by to bring up those who are less fortunate. And he's telling the truth. He will not say anything about what's up here.
Wall's gonna put a hand on his shoulder and say,
"Allow me to accompany you to the entrance."
He smiles a little bit. Steel Mantle's going to love this. Come, friend. Bring your sword.
No, the sword will not be necessary. All I need is the glaive.
Okay. We'll return. I hope. And he makes his way out of the cave, past the waterfall, to the left, down the little embankment. And from here, you're about 150 feet away from, like, you're on the other side of the bridge. I would imagine, like, right here somewhere. You can see all of them. Steel Mantle, Cyric, and Argentum.
As they're going, I'm going to tell them. Sorry.
Okay, cool. Make a stealth check.
I mean, yeah. I'll be stealth as we get closer for sure. Is that? Yeah, 22.
22. Wall and Ray don't even notice you.
Nice.
So he's behind you guys, and you didn't even know he came out of the cave. Argentum, you are now around a fire with Steelmantle and Cyric. Steelmantle is staring you down. And in between mouthfuls of food, he looks at you and says, "You can read."
Yes, why?
I don't know. I can't read so good, so I used to have books read to me.
Yeah, I'm the literate one around here.
Do you have a favorite?
I'm partial to adventure stories myself. Let me see. What did I have back in my camp? Several of them. I have read several of mystery books, but no, mostly adventure for me. Let's see. The Beast of Downwater is one of my favorites. It was lovely to come here and see he's not here. Let's see. The White Moraine Calls. That's a particularly good one. And I've been studying to go for the School of Swindlers up north. Yeah, but they've rejected every one of my letters thus far. So I may know how to read, but I may not be smart.
Well, but you cook rather wonderfully, right?
If I do say so myself, and it seems I don't, so yeah.
Well, you told me that your name was One Eye, but I've learned a little bit of Elvish in my time, and there's a word, oh goodness, what is it? Tamim. It means cauldron. So.
Tamim.
You could be.
That's what I cook in.
You could be Cyric Tamim. Has sort of a regal sound to it, doesn't it?
You change your name, you get rid of your scarred tattoo. That was given to you because of your deeds, son. If you take the name, the rank goes as well.
And who says that, huh? You? Because you're the one in charge here. Yeah?
I don't think so. I have gone to war 36 times. I've killed.
And he rolls up his sleeve, and you see scarifications on the other, like on the presenting side of his arm that are like X marks.
I've killed 77 men, dwarves, elves. More than I could count.
Goodness. However did you find yourself in the trade? If you don't mind my asking, I'm frightfully curious.
He spits out a bit of gristle.
Well, I grew tired of war. You don't get paid 3 squares a day in a bed and that's it. I take a bounty to come find a murderer and bring them to justice. I get in good with the Lord of Koth. I get 1,500 gold. Seems like a pretty solid life. Go live it up in Ivbronka. But a week, 2, go find another job. It's simple math, love.
I mean, it makes sense. I more meant, how did you find yourself fighting so many wars?
Well, my father was a knight. He let me be his squire.
Oh boy, here we go. The same old sob story. And he throws a rock, like Mantle throws a rock at Cyric. Shut up.
They want to know, I'll tell them, yeah? Well, we were fighting draconids down south on the dry plains. I swear we killed so many drakes that day that the river ran red through the prairie. It mixed with my father's. I saw
That's
him
right.
die. And don't be sorry it brought me to where I am today. If I hadn't seen him gutted by a drake, I wouldn't be living as luxuriously as I do now. So, and he was a prick. Good riddance. Are we done talking?
We can be. I was just very curious. You seem. I don't know, I've known. When you're wandering the wilds, you meet all kinds, right? You seemed
Yeah.
rough around the edges, but interesting. Both of you. Absolutely fascinating.
Good night.
He throws water on Sirik's cooking food on the fire. Aye! Hey, go sleep behind the corner. If you don't want the light, just block it out. Yeah, around the corner. And he like goes around into another room that's like a subset that's more walled off than the rest. You can't see him where he's sleeping. His horse is hitched out behind the courthouse. It's just you and Sirik now.
Sorry about your food.
And at this point, the wall and what's his name? Come on. Yeah. Varric. The
There.
wall and Varric Tin Whistle come up.
See? There they are. Safe.
And Zeph, obviously, behind.
Oh no, I think I stayed. It was
Oh, you
Phoenix
stayed? Okay.
Phoenix.
who tailed.
Oh, Phoenix, it's just the
me,
wall too.
yeah.
Okay, cool. My bad.
But I'm
All right.
I'm like 120 feet back.
Yeah, you're still able to see and hear everything. Wall and Varric just don't know you're there.
Yeah, nice.
I got a snooze. I got snooze.
Guys sleeping.
Wall's gonna like give him a nod and then go back to the to behind the waterfall.
Okay.
But he's not gonna notice Phoenix.
Okay. You just wanted to come and check and see if Argenta was okay?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right, so you retreat back to the waterfall, jump over the bridge, and manage to make it back. And Varric walks up to Argentum.
We're still mental.
He went to go sleep that away. Behind that wall.
Sirik, I think it's time.
And Sirik says,
Are you sure?
Sorry.
Will you help us kill our commanding officer?
What?
I'm assuming then there's some sort of. Well, he doesn't seem all that pleasant to you.
Damn right.
Why do you want to kill him?
He's a prick.
Well,
Let's just say he's fucked with my family in ways my uncle doesn't know about. And if a rider of Kov,
he looks at Sirik.
is to bring justice, then this is how I get my tattoo.
what's in it for me?
Bluntly, we don't kill you. Now, I've made a deal with your friends.
Phoenix, you're hearing all this, by the way.
Yeah.
I made a deal with your friends up at the waterfall, your goblin friends. Sir's like, what? They are up there. Shh, quiet. They will give us safe harbor for the night, free from beasts and other patrols. We just have to free ourselves from him. You and me, Sirik. We can start anew. Start again. What say you, Arella?
Sure. Well, I don't have anything else going on. What say you? And they will look at the wall.
The wall's not here.
Wall's gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well.
Wall left.
You went back.
It's
You went
just
back?
you
Oh,
three.
it's just you. Oh.
You want to make a stealth check, Phoenix, please?
Sure, again.
With advantage, because you've already been stealthed.
Sure. Step on a leaf, you know. That's me.
16? Yep, you're still good. You're still good. You
Nice.
guys don't see him at all.
He was hung down in a
Wait.
bush, you know.
We will wait. And Sirik says, "What do we do with his horse? We can't just let him go. It's a Goldie. You can have it. You and your party.
Oh.
In combination with the 500 gold I've already offered. You're giving him our gold? Shh. It's okay. There's plenty more in the family coffers."
Golly, jeez.
Our horse? 500 gold pieces. And you help me kill the man. And Sirik goes, "It's okay, you don't have to say."
Well, like I said, not doing much else, so
He puts out a hand.
They will take it.
Grabs it. It's rather forceful, and he pulls you up. How do you kill? You have no blade.
oh, I don't need one. Sometimes wits and a sharp mind are all you need.
Okay.
Just trust. Question for you, darling. How smart do you think your friend is? That might adjust my approach.
Steel metal?
Yes,
You can't read. Common, at least.
gathered
I've never
that.
seen him try to read anything else.
Understood. Let's go tell him a different story, shall we? I think it's
He
his
reaches
final
down to
chance.
his thigh, and the most aggressive you've seen him yet, he pulls out a dagger. Just a normal steel dagger, and it is emblazoned with a hoof, with a sword on it. It seems as though this has been passed down in the family. Let's kill that son of a bitch. And he begins to make his way over towards the back room here. And he turns the corner. What are you doing?
Crying that I'm like, ooh, what is my approach here? So he's like this way.
He's like, yeah, he's sleeping right here.
Sweet, got it. Argentum will kind of stealth their way to around. So long as they're within view, they'll hang out around this area here, like down towards the south of the map.
Okay. All right. And you see there's like a window into this room where there is a soft glowing light from the lantern that they had been carrying around on their horses. And you see two shadows on the wall from this lantern. One has a chest that's slowly rising and falling, and the other has a dagger that is being brandished. Slowly walks in. And you look over and you see that the other one is gone. Sirik. And the shadows grow larger and larger. And you hear some sudden violence. You hear sounds of a struggle. You see two black blobs warring for control. Their shadows being cast on this half-ruined structure. The struggle gets more and more intense. And you see the bladed one beginning to lose. You hear metal clatter to the ground. Arella!
Argentum will cast. Ooh, what do I got? What do I got? What do I got? Okay, buddy, I got one spell slot left. Let's fucking go. I'm going to cast Tasha's Mind Whip. So this boy's gonna need to make an intelligence saving throw on they're casting it on Steel Mantle.
Okay, through the window, you're easily able to see the large frame of the soldier's steel mantle. All right. Got a -1.
Oh,
no. Oh my god.
Oh,
wait,
that's the payback. You got the natural 20 deception.
Wait, can I
he
see?
got the natural 20 on the save.
Hold on. Can I see them from where I'm like tailing them the whole time?
Yeah, actually, you can see that. Like, you got a pretty good line of sight to through the window, and it's unmistakable. You hear the clatter of steel against the flagstones. You hear him shout Arella.
Okay. With my reaction, I cast over
close
barbs?
enough?
60 feet. If I hear them, I'm within 60, I think.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that's fine. You are within 60. All right, let's roll it again. You hear it silent for a second. And you hear the panting of people trying to gain his breath back, and he's shaking his head. Hey! Okay, cool.
Yes, that was clutch.
Okay,
and I give the bonus to the guy inside.
Okay, cool.
Alright, this 3d6 psychic.
All right, cool. You see them both covered in this silvery mist, and you see Steel Mantle almost as though he's sneezing, and you hear this, and then you hear a body falling to the ground. And Argentum, you're close enough to hear Varric whisper, "This is for my sister, and my mother, and my brother." And then you also hear, "Nothing will bring them back, you pussy little bitch."
Oh shit.
Silence.
That was crazy.
And you hear Varric softly crying. He's catching his breath. He says nothing. You hear Cyric come around the corner inside, and they mumble something to one another. And then you hear Varric say, "Yeah, he's dead." What would you guys like to do?
Oh, buddy.
Did Phoenix get that bag of gold, or did he give it
No,
to me?
I tossed it to you while we were talking, so you have it.
Yeah, he said you seem to be the leader, and then he tossed it to you.
And then I said,
cool.
count the
you said,
coins, coin counter.
Oh, all right. I'm just snuggling it. The bag of coins.
You guys sleeping good. What the hell, man? I used my last spell slot for this. That's crazy.
Sure glad I didn't take second watch.
You hear the sounds of metal and leather being moved around and slid. You hear clattering glass and rummaging through various things that are on the inside. Just a din of stuff, cacophony just coming from inside this little room before both Cyric and Varric turn the corner, and Varric has a suit of heavy plate over his shoulder. He has a backpack over his shoulder. He has a saddle and saddlebags over another shoulder. He is very weighed down, and he's just slowly trudging up towards you, Argentum. He just drops the stuff at your feet. Just take it.
All right. Come on.
And he goes, he lets out a pretty stark whistle. And this horse comes around the back of the courthouse, and Penelope is yours as well.
Oh, they are lovely. Thank you.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry for your loss, but I can understand. More than you know.
It's okay. He's with his father now. And then he spits on the ground and walks over toward the campfire. And Garrett comes over to you behind him and drops some more stuff at your feet. Just some odds and ends and things that, some little trinkets that he had. Did a favor for me, too.
Oh, yeah?
I'm a cauldron now.
That you are.
If you find yourself in Kof, just let us know. You will be treated very well, hopefully.
I can only hope. Thank you. I appreciate it.
I think we're going to stay down here tonight. Right, Varric? Varric is just staring into the fire. He'll be okay. Just needs some time.
Look after him.
The tattoo is very important to him.
Do you mind if I ask you what it means?
He gestures to his neck. The mark.
I've never seen it before.
It marks you as a member of the mercenary group, the Riders of Kof. It's a brotherhood. One that's been forged over the past nigh on 100 years. So yeah, it's important to the people who already have one. Anyway,
get some rest.
Good evening. And he puts his finger to his lips. Mum's the word. Arella. He winks. Walks over to the fire. Walks over to Varric, pats him on the shoulder. You guys are off the hook. That is not how I thought that encounter would go. At all. At all. I'm sorry that took so long, guys. Oh.
Argentum is going to make their way back to the waterfall.
Okay.
And once they're like 100 or so feet away, just exhale the stress. And they will speak mentally to their friend.
So that was interesting, wasn't it?
Well, that's one word for it. Seems like to me it's a good story.
I was thinking the same thing.
Oh, we are just sick, aren't we?
I know, we are, aren't we? Let's get some fucking rest.
Oh, please. I've been up for days.
Oh my gosh.
And they will laugh audibly as they head back to the waterfall.
They laugh in your head as well.
Oh.
Terrifying.
Phoenix, what are you doing?
Phoenix is muted at the moment.
Phoenix is muted.
Phoenix is dead.
Sorry. No, seeing as Argentum's coming back, I'll just start heading back as well. But like earlier than them, so I'll be back before them.
Okay. You see Phoenix just outside the cave or inside the cave?
You'll probably see me like also heading in.
Okay, yeah. Phoenix is just getting back. You thought they stayed behind. But as you approach the wall, I mean, the waterfall. Sorry, not the wall. As you approach the waterfall, the noise gets louder. You see the campfire smoke off in the distance in the ruined village, and you turn the corner. Everything is as it was. Nothing really changed, to your knowledge. Choose sister.
So I got back from my piss. It seems like everything's a-okay.
Did you really go for a piss, or are you taking me for a piss?
You want me to take you?
Oh my god. Were you out there, Phoenix?
Where? This is an obvious lie.
They're going to walk forward and just flick Phoenix playfully in the forehead.
Oh my goodness.
I made 500 gold.
They're not wrong.
You can see them quickly putting the pieces together.
Well, I also got us a horse and helped a man avenge his family, so it's been an eventful evening.
God damn. And everyone else is just sleeping, I guess.
You are the.
I'm just sorry. I'm just asking DM. I assume Zeph is out and Wall. Okay.
Yeah, I also assume this as well. The last watch there is.
Yeah.
Is Sunder.
Yeah, Wall's like,
you don't.
Dude snores loud as fuck.
Damn, boy, it's loud as fuck.
Damn, boy, you snore loud as fuck.
Damn, boy, you snore like this?
Damn. Acid trip. That cheese hit me hard.
That cheese hit me hard.
That cheese hit me hard as shit.
Yeah, cheese liquor.
You're up just in time, actually.
Cheese liquor.
Last watch of the night. It's all yours.
Appreciate that.
I feel like I should tell you something, but how awake are you?
How awake do I look?
Look like you'd hungover from cheese.
Yeah, looks like a cheese hangover to me.
Well,
oh no,
not the cheese hangover.
I'm coherent, so whatever questions you have, ask away. Sleeping off that boulet bite helped a bit.
No questions for you, but a warning. There's some men out there, mercenaries, and there's a bounty on your head, Sunder. Wanted to let you know. Saying you, I'm not accusing you of anything. I'm not trying to start a fight. They're saying it is for murder. I'm not going to pry. I'm not going to ask any questions. I just wanted to warn you.
How much?
Did I get a look at how much, DM?
Oh yeah, you did. They presented you with the it's 1,500 gold for Sunder's head.
Oh my god, we gotta like do something with that.
We need to paper mache his head.
Expensive. Holy shit.
We should turn you in and break you out.
We should turn you in to break you out. We're gonna farm gold. Exploit found.
Infinite money hack.
Glitch. Yes, dude.
DMs hate him. Find out how to make infinite money with this one simple trick.
You know, the lord of the kingdom's like, and he just keeps getting away.
Yeah.
Just keeps
Keep
getting
going
away.
for murder.
1,500 gold.
Sheesh.
Sunder's eyes will widen. 1,500
That is
for me.
Whose dad did you
for
kill?
you, apparently.
That's the highest that's ever gone.
That's the highest it's ever gotten. Implying it's been before.
Do I
Is it
want
implied?
to know how much it was
Listen.
originally?
fluctuates? What's happening?
Well, my run-ins with guards and the law. So, to give an estimate, last time I checked, I'm pretty sure the bounty that was on my head was maybe 200 pieces. So it's gone up a lot since then.
It's a 1.3 increase.
That was like four years ago though. So
You're on a loose motherfucker.
Well, no one's caught me yet.
Argentum will kind of playfully reach out and just like grab his wrist really quickly.
Oh, but I did.
You'd be the first. Alright, well, I've gotten a decent amount of rest, and from the looks of it, all of you need more.
Oh, I'm exhausted.
Get the rest that you need. Nothing will happen.
Yeah,
You have my word.
I trust you.
Wake us if you need.
Yeah, let me know if you need
With
anything. I
pleasure.
wanted to give you a heads up because those two are out there with bounty posters in hand. So
Well, if you remember our last encounter with people, well, I'm sure I can hold my own against two.
I mean, it's what you have 2 feet for, right?
2 feet, 2 hands, and a head.
Have a safe watch.
You have a pleasant sleep.
I will try.
they will saunter off and flop down on their bedroll.
From where you're at, Sunder, you trip over a goblin or two. It's hard to tell who's who in this mess of blankets and green skin. But you manage to make your way to the end of cavern, and in front of you is this icy cold waterfall. Very, very faint light at the horizon begins to just peek its head from the blackness of the forest. You see a thin wisp of campfire smoke about 200, 300 feet away in about the center of the dilapidated town. And it seems they're helping you keep watch. You don't know who they are, but it seems like they're helping you keep watch. Regardless, I will have you roll an investigation check with advantage.
Ooh.
Advantage.
Advantage. Okay.
Because you got a couple other people, down there.
Let's see. Investigation.
Good luck.
with advantage. Thank you.
Ooh.
16.
Nice.
16?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You are walking out to the edge of the cliff, just on one side of the waterfall. You sit down, and this is Zen. The beginning of a new day, the end of a long night. You're starting to nurse your wounds a little bit. They're beginning to heal. You're starting to feel more yourself. You feel more proud from what you have accomplished in the fight before, from what you managed to get up to in town and abroad, but something deep in the pit of your stomach feels wrong. You're wanted for murder? There's only one thing that you did that could possibly be construed as murder. And you know that didn't happen. You feel the need to set the record straight. But before you are snapped away from your thoughts, you see a letter near the edge of the lagoon, next to a bunch of strewn, straggled papers and some hay and a small bench, possibly used to just maybe fish for cave fish or something like that. But there is a letter with the purple seal on it, purple wax seal that has the letter I on it. In addition to that, you still see. Make a history check. 9? No,
Mhm.
you don't. But it sticks out. Purple is a very hard color to get. It's associated with royalty. You would know this. Most of the stuff you try and steal, at least clothing-wise, centers around the purple hue, just because it's more expensive to resell and fence. This could be important, or it could be a love letter or something. You don't really know. But there are many options laid before you. That is just one that you have seen.
I want to open the letter.
You want to open the letter? Okay.
Mhm.
Give me just a second. I have to find the actual... I have it listed here, but I actually have to find the text of the letter in a separate document, so give me a second. Okay.
Breaking law.
Oh yeah, hold on. This is gonna take a second. Give me like
crazy.
I'm gonna be arrested for reading someone else's mail.
No,
That's crazy. Bounty jumps up to 2K.
You open it, and a guard just shows up and is like, "Stop! You violated the law!"
No,
What is this, Powell? That's crazy.
pay the court a fine. Fucking A.
Guards just start spawning in.
Is it this document? I need to sit down and actually like organize this.
There's so much lore, guys.
Okay.
Breaking lore, breaking lore.
All right, cool. You open the letter. Let me take a drink. And you read. It is in common. It is in pretty rustic script. It is, folded thrice over. And the paper it's written on is aged. It's very delicate when you take it out. This looks like it's been here for years. 10, 15 years. And it reads, Fordos, the third moon of Lolth. These are the accounts of Kyle Blackforge, Miller of Downwater. The population of our hamlet seems to be growing with great strides. I'm proud of what Downwater has become in the past few years. I was also recently given the great and honorable title of Regent of Ivbranca for my efforts in establishing the new settlement. And while I doubt Baron Edo will pass anytime soon, I may, in the worst of cases, get the opportunity to lead the city of Ivbranca. Maybe then, Downwater will get the help it needs. My son will get the life he deserves. On the surface. My wife will finally be free from the Underdark. The only issue we have with being so close to the mountain is the constant threat of blasted goblin raids. We've experienced 2 in the past week. The last raiders even used magic. This is, unfortunately, unsustainable. I have petitioned for an audience with Baron Edo. Hopefully the good Baron will come through for us with aid once more, but until then, I've taken it upon myself to study the vile creature's movements in hopes of circumventing a third raid. The conniving bastards seem to have a certain affinity to the substance growing on the walls of the white caves. Strange, fatty, ochre, metallic ick. I've procured a large sample for further study. Hopefully this proves to be useful. Maybe the mages of Ivbranca or the Church of Lolth might find something interesting about it. I've also noticed that the green medices foot their traps near the cave ceiling. They're usually rather narrow caverns. Any creature taller than a goblin would no doubt set those off. Prepare yourself for more missives, as much information has been gathered, and will continue to gather as much as I can. With much love, be safe, be quick, be good. Kyle Blackforge.
Damn.
My goat.
My goat.
The goat.
My goat.
Oh my.
As you close it and reflect on it, it's kind of bittersweet. Tells you a little bit about what you've seen, where you've been, who you've met. But something tells you deep, deep down in you, in your heart, his dad or his son, Krillin, might want this.
I think that's what I'm gonna do then. I'm gonna hold on to it. Hold on and give it to Krillin the next time we see him.
Okay. You pocket the letter in a safe space. You have more time in your watch if you would like to walk around more, or if you just want to sit, watch time fly with nature. You're free to do whatever you need.
I think I would like to walk around and explore a little bit.
Cool. Do you go up to or try and avoid the people that are there, or are you actively going to seek them out?
I think I want to tread carefully around them.
Okay.
See what's going on. Not really raise any alarm bells. Just gain an understanding as to why they're coming after me.
Okay. So you approach them, and you're not trying to be stealthy, but you are approaching with the hands up. I'm not a threat kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You do so. You walk up to them quite slowly. Girik catches your eye. Oi. Oi. He pats Varric's chest violently. Wake up. Varric is here. And Varric gets up. What's going on? And Varric goes for the dagger that he killed Steel Mantle with. Are you Sunder?
Sunder will stare right at him. That would be me. I heard you were looking around these parts for me specifically.
Yes. Where is it? Where's the blasted thing? And he like fumbles around in his bag, and then he takes out the banner and turns it, or the wanted poster, and then turns it around and says, "Be it known that a warrant has been issued for the apprehension of the tiefling known as Sunder, charged with the heinous crime of murder. This individual is distinguished by his horned visage and notorious for his vile deeds. We call upon bounty hunters, adventurers, and agents of justice to bring forth the head or hide of Sunder as proof of his demise." And he scrolls it back up. "By order of the Riders of Kof, the Mercenary Guild, and all those for hire, and he looks at the armor and the very hastily dug grave of Steel Mantle behind him. I place you, Girik. I can't. I know it's... Do you know what you're under arrest for? He gets up and dusts himself off, maintaining eye contact with you the entire time. He puts his dagger down and his hands up. Puts his dagger on the ground and walks towards you with his hands up. Do you know what you are under arrest for?
Well, I've committed many crimes throughout my life. And do I notice this shallow grave that has been dug?
Oh yeah. Behind it's maybe 2 or 3 foot mound of dirt that comes up over the foundation of the building that you guys are like on, and there's a shovel stuck in it, like a little trench shovel stuck in it. There's a hastily made like plank of wood shoved down as a headstone. There's something on it, and yeah, it's clear that somebody has been recently buried. Nobody told you who or what happened, but it's clear that somebody has been buried. Yeah.
Okay. I've been committing crimes for a very long time throughout my life. And from the looks of a very shallow grave, you're guilty of such crimes as well.
And what I did, and you see in his eyes a very small amount of regret. He shakes it away. No, what I did was avenge death of my family. And I can bring you to justice. I will. He's torn. It seems like he's overthinking this to a fault. Garrett comes up behind him and says, "It's okay. You don't have to do the job. It doesn't have to get finished. We can." And he looks at you, Sunder. We can let this one go. We could just go, you and me. Go up north somewhere. I hear there's a tourney. We could go spectate. You've got enough gold. We can let him go. But I want to be a rider. Garrick looks at Sunder and then back to Varric and says, I don't think you do. I think you just wanted to make your dad happy. Varric just starts crying. Sunder.
Whatever you...
Whatever you did, they never tell us. And we'll never tell anyone. But I have to know. If I, he shows his neck, as a rider of Cuff, if I'm to let you go, I need to know what you did.
Well, it's not exactly something that I tell everybody, but...
Well, if you don't, we'll go back to Koff and tell them you were harboring a fugitive. No, your friends were harboring a fugitive. They'll all get bounties. Do you want that?
Not quite, no.
Don't mean to be forceful, but I just want this lie to be over.
I understand. Now, before I tell you, this whole thing seems to be important to you. As I've noticed quite a bit. While you might be avenging your family, you've also killed someone. Just like I. We are no different. Now, does Sunder notice anything about the differences between these two?
Make an insight check.
Okay. Let me... Insight. 15.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So it's clear that Garrick, Sirik, he has been in the Riders Brotherhood for quite some time. He's got scars everywhere. He barely looks human. He's so scarified on his face, on his arms. He's a grizzled veteran, but not by choice. it doesn't seem like the way that he's reacting to everything doesn't seem like he likes killing people. It doesn't seem like he takes joy in just like reckless aggression, right? He may be aggressive, but it doesn't look like he likes to. Now, Varric is well kept. He's noble. He seems kind at heart. He seems just. And just enough to murder somebody that deserved it. He has tried to. It's clear that he comes from a family line of riders of Koth. It's clear that his father wanted him to be a rider. He wants to be a rider, but the daring act, the feat, the act of heroism that he has to accomplish just isn't there. Hasn't been there. He hasn't found it, or he has been too apprehensive to take a life that he felt didn't deserve it.
From what I've noticed, looking at both of you, you're cut from the same cloth, but your rankings are different. This one, the scars all over his face. He's seen battle. He's seen death, whether he liked it or not.
Not a whole lot since I
He's
lost one
earned.
eye, but I get what you mean. The sentiment is there.
You've earned your stripes. Now this one, the one who stands before me, doesn't seem like you've seen much. Not at all. You don't seem to have the experience for any of this. Especially considering how shallow that grave is. Typically, you would dig a lot deeper, try to hide it a little better.
Varric gets up. He stands up. A little straighter. I can do this. Can. If my father did, I can too. Just don't know what's... I don't know what's stopping me.
Well, the crime I seem to be wanted for was a very long time ago. Very long time. It's eluded me for years. I've had nightmares. I've seen things. I don't kill for the fun of it. And in this case, the thing that you're referring to was merely an accident. It was never meant to happen. No. I don't really like talking about it. I don't like going into details about it. But did it happen? Yes. I did kill him. Not in cold blood. Not for the enjoyment of it. Not for the sport, as most petty murderers would do. We were kids. And it just so happened. Now, I mean you no harm. As I walked up to you, unarmed, with my hands up, I mean you no harm whatsoever. Now, you say you're gonna take me in, but we both know that's how we both know how that's gonna go if you try. Now you can walk away perfectly fine. And hell, I'll even give you something to bring back. To make them think that you got the job done. The ball is in your court.
Are you a religious man, Sunder?
I used to be. Still practice it to this day.
He reaches into his armor and pulls out a silver chain on which is a little emblem that's black steel. And it is of a pair of hands bound with string or a rope or something. It's just tied together like in permanent penance. These two hands together, forever praying. And he says,
in the eyes of Ilmeta, all life is sacred. And the act of taking one is a wound on your soul. It will constantly cry out for healing. I will be burdened with this heavy chain upon my shoulders, thinking that our martyred father, the broken god, cries not just for steel mantle, but for me. I have strayed from the path of mercy and redemption. Promise me something, brother.
he looks at you very, like, intensely. And, like, you see a fire in his eyes and a confidence now. Something's changed.
Promise me you will serve those you have wronged. Serve others. Devote your days to protecting the innocent, healing the broken, lifting up those below you. And in every act of kindness, you will find forgiveness for the life you have taken accidentally. And though your scar may never fade from your soul can find the embrace of the one who endures. You.
And he takes his necklace off. He puts it in his hand. He goes back to his bag and he rummages in it and pulls it out. And it's a horn of some beast. It's not, you can't quite tell what it is. It's not really polished or anything. It looks rather rough-hewn, craggy exterior. It is black, but he presents both items to you, one in each hand. He says,
This is the horn of Kof. Sound it, and riders will come to your aid if you can see sky. This is the emblem of Ilmater. With it, you will remember our promise. If you break this promise, I can and will find you, Sunder. I don't want to ever see you again.
You have my words. And Sunder will
you
take the emblem.
You feel a weight come off your shoulders. Something that has been pressing you down for decades. Something that has been keeping you low. On your knees. Not outwardly, but inwardly begging yourself for forgiveness. And this small act of redemption for you, from this yuppie kid, feels way bigger than it should.
Styric, the sun is awake. We should on back to Kof. Several days' ride. Yes. Sure. Yeah.
And they slowly walk back to their horses. And they mount them, get all their saddlebags sorted and everything. And the sun rises over the treetops, through the trees, soaking you in its orange hot glow. A cool, crisp morning. And Varric looks at you and says,
Good luck, tiefling known as Sunder. Take care of yourself and those around you. And may Ilmater save your soul.
yeah! And they both ride into the forest. And you're left to contemplate the grounds, the dilapidated city, the sunrise, the half of a horde that the goblins left outside.
I think Sunder will walk back to the cave. And I think he will stand around the front entrance of the cave. Not really going anywhere, but I think he will sit and contemplate everything that has happened.
Sure. Everyone else, you are slowly awakened by the smell of something sour and the sound of popping fat over a fire as your eyes begin to slit open, letting the bright morning dawn in through the waterfall, out to the back of the wall as the rest of the goblins begin to rise. And you follow suit. And I think that's what we're going to call tonight.
Holy shit.
Holy
Nice.
motherfucking
What a night.
shitballs,
What a-
y'all.
Yeah, what a night, yeah?
Fucking
What
night.
a night!
What a night! Oh, what a night! Late September, baby.
So we got a
Dude.
long rest, right?
Yeah, you got a long rest.
Oh my god.
Thank
Yeah.
God.
We all one hell of a
Through
long
an
rest.
act of
Okay,
God, all of
go.
you guys got a long rest.
Jesus.
Thank the Lords.
It's like
God
that
damn.
image from Tintin that's like, what a week, huh?
Yeah,
That's
right.
what
It's
a
only
week.
Monday.
It's
Whoa.
only,
Wait,
it's only
wait.
Monday.
Before I forget, was that pouch actually filled with 500 gold?
Make an investigation check.
You.
Make an
Devin.
investigation check.
It's not just filled with 500 gold. It's filled with 500 Imperial Dorans, which are worth their weight in gold. But it is pristine, it is pure, and if you wanted to, you probably get an advantage haggling with them.
Oh, you said Dorans?
Dorans.
Let's go.
D-O-R-E-N.
All right.
Hell yeah.
Sick, dude. I don't know what we're gonna do with that, but I'm fucking psyched. We're
Let's
rich.
distribute that
It's
shit.
still-
We
it-
have
For
money.
worth, it is 500 gold, for mechanical purposes. But
Yeah.
you can haggle with it up to 500, and you'll get an advantage on the barter because it
Gotta
is
start
pure.
thinking of how you're gonna haggle with Ray for your share.
That's crazy.
Well, all right,
Insult
man.
Your nose,
I-
apparently.
Holy shit. I think everybody got a little something tonight.
Yeah. I was
That
gonna
was
say.
my goal going in. I honestly thought you guys would get into the cave, but you guys took a long time with the patrol, which was great. I think that turned into a story bit that I did not anticipate.
Dude, these NPCs got crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah. Now I have to commission art. No, I don't.
They did me crazy.
Listen,
Oh.
I'm a talker, not a fighter.
I mean, yeah, I thought you guys were gonna.
That's what I'm
There's
here
a whole.
for.
I am looking at a Google Doc right now and a Roll20 page that is an entire dungeon that we just did not get through.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
No, it's okay. It's
Oh,
okay.
boy.
I like episodes like this, and then next time we'll get to fight a bunch of shit.
Exactly.
Hell yeah.
A week. So we're gonna. It's May 3rd. Is that still confirmed?
Yeah, that's confirmed, at least on my end.
Okay.
Yeah, I can do May 3rd.
Okay, sweet. I will probably be doing it from my other setup, but it's still gonna be the same shit.
Okay.
Hell
Let's
yeah.
hope, guys. Let's hope.
Fantastic. Chat, thank you so much for sticking around.
Huge.
Thanks for being cool and
Thank you for
taking
coming,
part in our
guys.
little improv storytelling thing. You guys are awesome.
Yes, this was fabulous. Thank you,
If you
Trey.
produce content or have commentary on the episodes, and you want the cast to read it, hashtag Shadows Over Welde, WELDE, across social media. That is how we go and check everything. I've been checking the hashtag every other day
I
at
check
least.
it
Same.
so often.
I am stalking it.
I'm
Yeah,
in there
and there's-
constantly, and I know y'all know that I'm in the chat.
Yeah, that animatic. Shout out
Dude,
to that
that's
animatic
crazy,
last
dude.
week. What? That was
So
nutty.
good.
It was so rad.
It's so
Taking
good.
in
Sorry,
the
I'm
tag like
gonna
a dirty
call.
shirt.
Listen, I'm in there all the time to the point where
Yeah.
like Aces and other people are like, Hayden's gonna see this. I'm like, what?
No,
Me?
Hayden.
Yes.
Yeah. And then we send it in the group
Oh,
chat
shit.
so everyone sees it.
Yeah.
This is
Well,
true.
yes.
Something
Same time
everyone
next
sees
week.
it.
Same time next week. About like 6:10 to 6:20. We started up, and we'll be going for about 3 hours. And depending on the episode, we maybe go a little more, maybe go a little less. But I hope you guys can join us. Anybody have anything they want to talk about? Anything that they're actively involved in? Any streams coming up? Any cool content you're making?
Yeah, okay, I'll go first this time. Don't worry, guys.
Sure.
I got you. You guys can prepare your little spiel. Yeah, I'm gonna be in I'm gonna be in so many streams, guys. Totally not on hiatus right now. Yeah, I'm gonna be on hiatus for a little bit, but I'm gonna be appearing at a few cons. So if you're showing up at Anime North or what is it? Offkai, the VTuber con. You may see me
Nice.
around. But yeah, that's
Sick.
I ain't got streams going on right now. Yeah, that's why I'm going first. Otherwise, I would go last if I had really anything.
Ain't first or last.
It's
All
true.
right, we'll do reverse order again. What about you, Juzo? What you got boiling up?
Well, we got another week of streams coming, but I am doing my birthday stream on Wednesday.
Okay, birthday.
Okay.
Doing a lot of fun stuff and showing off a lot of fun stuff, so I'm excited.
That's fantastic, man. Well, happy early birthday, and I
Thank
have your
you.
birthday on my calendar, so I'll try and make it to the stream. Fantastic, man.
You have it on the
Augers.
calendar? That's so fucking cute. What the
No, yeah, I
fuck?
try. I forget
Yes.
birthdays a lot, so whenever I
Okay,
see
this is-
somebody has a birthday thing, I just immediately put it into my calendar just because I don't know when I'm going to see it again.
I love
So
All
I just
right,
look
this
at
is
that, I'm
too
like, oh,
wholesome
cool,
for
Tuesday's
me.
birthday.
Goodbye, guys. This is too wholesome. I'm leaving. Too much.
All right, we'll try and be there for Juzo's birthday stream, because he's an amazing streamer and has a wonderful model. If you haven't seen it already, which you
True.
probably have. So reverse order, we got Hayden. Anything you're doing? Anything cool?
Nothing super crazy. I'm back to streaming now that I am existing as a person again. So I'll be streaming on Monday. I'll be playing
Very
some more Alan
nice.
Wake 2, trying to finish it out. Join us on Nat 19 tomorrow. We're playing
Momo.
some Devil's Might Surrender. So we're nearing the end of our Devil May Cry base campaign. Which sad because we're like level 19 right now, so we have 3 more missions
That's
left, so we're
uncontrollable.
getting
Oh my
there.
god.
Yeah,
Woo!
we're getting there, but yeah, go Nat 19 official. We hang out. It's a bunch of D&D nerds over there. Yeah, that's about
If you haven't
it.
seen Nat 19, it's great. Please go watch. I lurk when I can. I was working when I was the other week when I was cleaning my room. Fantastic. Good to have white noise in the background, and every now and again I catch myself like stopping cleaning and then just listening intently. Like, I gotta finish something. Oh, okay. So yeah, go check them out. Fantastic. Grizz, what about you, man?
Yeah,
What you got
Oh.
going on?
I guess a little few things. I mean, like personally, still trying to find my route up in the VA world. Yesterday, I went to a meetup here, and met some new friends, some really talented, cool people.
Nice.
It was just, just like old man who was extremely fucking funny, just does audiobooks. It felt like his humor did not match the job. But anyways, just roll with it. Next week, my D&D show. Next weekend is the final episode of our Vampire the Masquerade campaign on Patreon, called The Suckening. And it's been a
Suckening.
It's been a wild fucking ride. It was when we recorded it, and then just seeing people react to it has been really, really nice. So that's ending, and then after that, we got to figure out something else to put on to start. Like, we got to figure out a new series for the Patreon. So yeah, that's pretty much all I've got going on right now.
All right, man. Thank you so much. Good luck with everything as well. And got to get back to you on your demo reel. I have to sit down and write a dissertation about it.
Yeah, take your time. No worries.
Okay, Ben, what about you, homie? What you got going on?
I announced 2 things today. I'm in Sandland, out now on...
Oh shit, that's out?
Yeah, it's out.
I'm
some NPCs in that, so go play Sandland. And I also announced that I'm gonna be in the Gundam Seed Freedom movie dub that's premiering on the 8th.
Awesome.
Fuck yeah, man.
So those things are happening. So please consume the media. Thank you. As far as streaming goes, I'm probably gonna stream this weekend, so I'll let you all know when that happens.
Let's go.
Nice.
And I've also finalized my VTuber design, so
and it looks
swag. It's so sick.
I'm very excited to see it moving.
I showed it to the party, so they've all seen it.
It's a giant sticky note chat with a moving mouth.
It is a giant.
Yeah. Dang, you spoiled it.
Is it fully written in 3D Donkey Kong?
That's crazy.
Oh, how I wish I could do that without having Nintendo, take down my door.
That'd be amazing.
So
They'll
good.
send the actual Donkey Kong to come to my house, and he'll throw a barrel over my head, killing me instantly.
Oh shit, Seth Rogen's coming to your house? Damn. Let me know when.
I'll be like,
Wagga-oo.
You broke copyright. Next month, let me know when. I've made his coffee. He won't remember me.
That's fantastic. Anything else?
No, that's it.
Okay.
That's
cool. Well, all right, guys. I also announced 2 things. Well, I didn't announce Sandland. I just completely it whiffed on me that came out. But I also voiced a bunch of NPCs in Sandland.
Hell yeah!
Go play the game. Keith Silverstein sounds great, as always. And I am one of the prefects in the next season of Black Butler that is out.
Hell yeah! Dude, congrats on Draco Malfoy.
Hey.
Congrats on Draco Malfoy.
Hey, Alpha.
Yeah. What? What were you
I'm
chastising me
just
about?
kidding. Oh, I'm giving you shit about Butler.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's Black Butler. It's a big. I like Black Butler. It's a fun series. One of the first that I watched, almost exclusively in dub. So it's really wild and cool to have like that happen. I'm actually being British in an anime.
We're
which
so
is
back.
Like a weird culture shock. We are so
Being
back.
British.
And then I have streams this week. I'm gonna stream this weekend. Next week, I will be gone on Thursday, or I will be gone Thursday evening. So no stream on Thursday evening, but Friday we'll be doing this, and most of next week I will be streaming. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, even tomorrow I'll be streaming. I got much going on, so
yeah,
we got it. We may even do a cheeky little midday stream. Who knows? Who knows?
This is so pog.
I know. Okay, Nate, if you would, my good sir, we can roll the end credits, but we gotta say good night, everybody.
Jen.
Good night.
Good night, everybody.
Jen.
I love you all.
Jen.